Yeah, I can see it start on YouTube. Change a few settings on mine. Yeah, music is on.
Hey everyone, welcome to WCC VGCS Perth. And oh, hang on, let me mute something for a sec. It's me, Kai, and you can see Kelvin's face is covered with
Hello.
Discord. Yeah, now you can see. Too much volcano.
Too much volcano. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have the top eight. The top eight is actually pretty interesting. Well, actually, no, Kelvin, you should introduce yourself, right? Everyone knows me. They haven't seen you in a while
Mhm.
because of
Hello.
stuff.
Um,
Yeah, your hair has grown longer. It seems.
yes. As you may know, we are in Australia, so it's winter mode. And during winter, you tend to get a bit of a longer hair.
Yep, that's correct. So, top eight is actually quite interesting. There is like two Bastions, two Bruce, one Orphist, one Eugene, one Hexaorb, and one Nirvana. So pretty
Wow.
insane.
That variety.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see some good games. Yes. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you want to see? Do we want Eugene or
Eugene, eh?
Eugene Hexaorb? Unless you want to just see Bastion Mirrors all day. No, it's two Bastion, two Bruce, one Orphist, one Eugene, one Nirvana, one Hexaorb.
So it's two of the big Bs and four of each of different decks.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy.
yeah,
I
and
think we
I
haven't seen
think
this split for a while.
I think the Eugene is like it's like an interesting deck. It's like a Virene Gene. Was it Eugene? Eugerina or something like that. It's like a
Huge
hybrid.
arena.
So okay, we can swap over to like the game and take a look at what we might be seeing. So let's go. There we go. So, on the left, let me try and get the names. Let me try and get the names of the people. They're doing the handshake. Kelvin, can you see everything now?
Yes, yes, it's all good.
Nice, nice. I can hopefully let's lower the volume on the main screen, and then I can unmute it so we can maybe see some discussions. Oh, so I think we've seen the person on the left before on Derek's stream, before in Swiss. So he was playing an interesting deck. I haven't seen the right player yet, or maybe I was just out. I was like out eating. It's Nevada versus Hexaorb. Wow. Handshake. Nah, there's no well, COVID's less in Perth at the moment.
Yep.
It's mainly
I think
in
Western
Sydney.
Australia is pretty good at the moment. Most of Australia was pretty good.
Yeah, Sydney is the one in problems. So that's just me and Kelvin, and that's why we're here. And I heard the Hexor player played very good Vanguard, because he was able to get lots and lots of triggers. And as a Hexor player, that's exactly what you want to do.
Yep. You gotta play to your strengths, guys.
You gotta play Vanguard, right? Hit triggers and then hit more triggers.
It's like that's like your play style, so you gotta embrace it.
Yes, there's no masks in Western Australia needed.
No.
Everything is fine there. So
Mm.
you're just joking. Maybe it's too soon. I mean, like the rest of Australia is not very good. So
True.
we haven't even gotten vaccinated, right? But no 5G yet. So okay, so let me change the names. I think the person on the left we've seen quite a lot. Wait, is it on the left or on the right?
The one on the left. I just can't spell his name fully. Let me get Derek.
I think Carmelo is on the left.
Yes.
Because I recognize that guy. That guy, every time.
He's quite a veteran.
Did they hit the over triggers?
Okay, we should have the player names in a bit.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Carmelo is the one on the left.
Mhm.
Yeah, the cam is inverted, so he's giving us inverted names.
Okay.
Is that Cam? Is that Cam in chat?
Oh, that is Big Cam. Wow.
Big Cam?
Hello.
Okay, the one with the black deck is Jeremy. No, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, all right, let's get the names up. Is it Carmelo? Yeah, Carmelo. Like, I think Carmelo is like been in Perth for quite a while. We always see his name in top decks.
I think usually Narukami in V.
That's right. Everyone tries to stop him, but they are never successful. Alright, so we've got Jeremy. Okay, let's move. It's pretty good.
Cool.
So Jeremy on the right, Carmelo on the left. All good. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I think they've started doing the mulligan, now just picking who goes first.
Man, we need a prediction thing. Like, do you want Eugene to win or do you want Hex to win? This is like,
well, what do you want to see in top 4, right? Top 4.
I mean, it's like you know, the two underdogs in the format right now, right?
Kind of, yeah, definitely.
This is pre-set 2. Set 2 is like next week, but this is like festival collection. So I think
So it's pretty much set 1 decks.
Yeah, both decks didn't really get much, I think. This is a best of 3, by the way. This is not just a best of 1.
Nice.
So it will be at least a bit of time. And the loser gets to pick who goes first. And the first one is just determined by dice roll. So generally people saying going first is pretty strong, but none of these decks are Bruce and Bastion at the moment. I guess like if you're Hexa Orb and you go first, you get a pretty good Persona ride turn if you're able to get it right.
Well, like, at the same time, Eugene doesn't really care, right?
Yeah, Eugene is kind of like going first is pretty good, but not as amazing as everything else. As you think.
There we go. That's the handshake. Going first is Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene going first. That's nice. That's nice. And
look at that ride chain.
Yeah, that's not the normal ride chain you'd see. Normally, you see the card in the drop zone as the card you normally ride for Eugene, but
Ooh,
it's actually
almost forgot to draw one.
He's going for the Reno, the Virena ride chain.
Okay, and just now we saw the 15k shield, I think, from the trigger.
15k guard shield. He discards a Trickstar to ride to get a Virena, I think.
Interesting.
Oh, it's to get a Trickstar first, but then the next ride up will be a the next ride up for Nirvana will be a Virena, right? If he rides Nirvana, but we know he's playing Eugene, right? So it's kind of like the entire ride chain is just there to get a Trickstar.
And can see where he already has a Eugene in hand. Oh, he's rushing.
Yeah, he's already pushing. That's it's pretty interesting, you know. Like,
I mean, I think going first you do need to capitalize, especially with like a triple attack deck.
And since you're playing Eugene, I think you really need to be aggressive. Because if you don't play aggressive, you're not going to be able to win any longer game.
That's right.
Especially against like Hex Orb, which can like deceivedly play very conservatively. And he gets rewarded with a crit.
Whoa, crit. Nice.
Wow, that's...
Wow, heal.
It's a Hex... He loses a Persona ride, though. Losing that Persona ride is pretty big.
But here's the thing with Eugene. By pushing, right, your opponent will have to react by, just killing a rear guard or dropping more, and that gives retired targets. So now we'll see what Hexa Orb does.
Yeah, I feel like when you're the Eugene player, you want to play a grind game that's like not too fast. If like your opponent like contributes a lot of cards onto the field at once, it can be kind of really annoying to get rid of them all. But if they're committing more conservatively, it's kind of okay. So he decides to attack into the van.
Yeah, it's a crit.
Responds with a crit as well. Look at this. This is like crit, crits everywhere. Actually goes for the Trickstar. which is
Yeah,
pretty
interesting.
like if Carmelo is playing Eugene, right? Is there even a way to get those trick stars back?
Well, we'll see what he writes, and it is Eugene.
Yeah, it is a Eugene. He goes double tribe. Look at this.
This guy.
Okay, so he's using Eugene's effect to pop, and now comes actually a tri-bash. It is actually
Yeah.
3 attacks, and one of those attacks will likely have 3 crit on it. But these are very weak tri-bash attacks.
Now, I don't know about Vanguard attack, but
Ooh, okay.
I mean,
So he's only committing 1 tri-bash this turn, which is pretty cool. He's,
right,
he's
PG
not
goes
going for the
off.
super high roll. Gets perfect guarded, and at least he still has like a. He can give 1 more damage if he really wants to, and he decides.
Yeah, I don't see
to.
why not.
Yeah. Is that
Oh.
another heal?
That's a heal. Haha.
Okay, all right. So that kind of saved, like, if that Tribash lives, he gets to save it for the next turn, which is all right.
And it's also kind of a taunt, right? You want to attack into it. But here's the thing with Hexa Orb: you can actually play for a bit of a control style.
Yeah, like damage control, right? You look at the top cards of your deck. You kind of know what's happening, so
You can decide whether you want to go offensive or defensive this turn.
yeah, especially like that top 3 check. You rearrange it. You get to, if you put something behind your Vanguard, is also very, very threatening if you don't PG it, because you can put power on your booster and give it extra power like that. So he actually decides to guard for 2. He's not afraid. But he comes. Is that a crit?
Oh,
That is a crit.
really?
Also Vanguard. So the next checks are triggers. Oh, yeah, it's a draw. So 2 damage.
I don't know about that 2 to break.
Is my sound a bit low compared to Kelvin? I can boost myself up a bit.
Oh, okay.
Usually Kelvin is the soft one.
I had to change my desk quite a fair bit last night.
Let's see.
And got it last attack. So that was a pretty painful turn for Eugene, but let's see if he can come back this turn with the Persona. Alright, goes for the Soul Blast. Oh, okay. That's not really... I mean, Arc is a great card, but yeah, if you lost all of
All the
your
trick stars.
Trick Stars vanilla, and
Like, I think if the opponent didn't know this deck, then you'd kind of be profiting. They'll be like, oh, there's like a trickster on the field.
yeah, there's no point killing it.
Yeah, like, do I care about it? And they might leave it up, and you get to profit. Or if you had double Trickstar, you can kind of put one in the back and make a column of Trickstars, right?
It's a heal.
The heals are everywhere, man. These are this is like the battle of the triggerers.
High skills.
The high skills, the power. We're waiting for that over trigger to come out, man. I wonder if Derek did the unlucky cert, because there's like some changes I want to do with it, because
I don't know.
You can't get ride stuck anymore in the game, right? So
That's true.
actually goes for a perfect guard here.
Here's the thing: Hexorb has used a lot of like hand to like null twice early. Hasn't got too many like card pluses. So this might be a bit of a tricky turn.
He gets the Persona right, which is huge.
Nice.
One thing about Hexa Orb is you don't need like boosters much. You can play very conservatively. He only needs to put down 2 cards, and he can do a triple drive. And
I mean, in confirming triggers, and he pretty much has like a 30k power on the field that he can just distribute.
yeah, as long as he triggers, every trigger
Yes.
is like a 20k, like a 20k power, pretty much, that he can. Well, 2 10ks that he can put around. And if he has a booster, it can become a 20k. So like tutor passes are like just kind of like they don't really work. You know, a tutor pass could mean like you need a guy like 40ks.
And this is gonna be really tricky for Carmelo because I don't think he has nulls. I saw one in damage, but he healed one. But shield value is generally not enough to guard against Hexa Orb. Oh, okay, goes for the check top.
Okay, yeah. So this allows him to check, but it means he doesn't have a booster this turn unless he plays over that. Usually, you want that card early on so you can check early, and then use it as a booster later on.
So placing it behind Vanguard is sort of like a limiting move, but ooh, drops
his
triggers.
His
Okay,
hand
so
looks... Ooh.
Alright, he's putting the crit back on.
Yeah, so he's actually doing it. Sometimes
think
people just want to play safe and not like put anything on, just get value. But I think he just really wants to kill. And Carmelo's intercepting with everything here.
That's a 35 shield, so that's 48. Oh no.
48. It's like what? Three, it's not even 3 to pass. It's like 4 there's no pass unless Nova Trigger comes out, right?
He's got Persona.
Oh yeah, he's got Persona, so it is a 3 to pass. It is a 3 to pass, that's right.
So the Vanguard skill you can't put in the boot because it doesn't boost. So
yeah. So you can put like crit to both sides and hit like lethal at 4.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
Or you just like burn their entire hand. Yeah. And as you're at 4, you just have to like guard a Vanguard, maybe hope they don't get a crit. Something like that.
There should be 2 triggers coming because you look at top 2, you put one to the top and one to the bottom.
Draw. Okay.
And then there's like the mysterious trigger that could come up. So did he? So I think he. Okay, that's like an Alden.
Alden. I mean, best card, right?
I feel like you could just put the crit on one side and then put all the powers on that side, and then make a huge column with the crit to hit for lethal. Yeah. And then the other side, you kind of don't care. You can swing into the side column.
Yep.
And
even like deplete. Is that an intercept? Looks like it.
It's a grade 2.
Grade 2, yeah.
And then this, he can just attack a rear, right?
Yeah, there's like not much point attacking the Vanguard.
I think the best thing Eugene can do is he can rest 2. Actually, no, he can rest 2, retire everything.
Vanguard gets a heal.
And actually, attacking the rear doesn't really matter because. Well, did you see that top deck?
Just
wow. Top deck right? So yeah, so here what he can do, he retires something, then he pops the 2 Nigels. And then he retires the rest of the things, right? And then he gets a top X check. He gets a top 5 check.
Pretty good value.
Just to get whatever he wants.
Yep. Pop both.
Wow. Did you see that? What a pro gaming move, man.
Wow, man.
Top
Look at
deck
that
Persona, right?
Wait. Oh, no, he doesn't have enough soul, I think.
Oh, he doesn't have enough soul? Oh. Ooh. That's...
Eugene problems.
Soul problems.
Yeah. Okay, this is so awkward.
Here's the thing, like, I think that was a correct move, right? So Hexa Orb needs draws now in order to do anything. Or he could just he's actually just at 2. Wow, he's at 2. He was at 4. Sorry, there was 2. I thought that the 2 was his hand. It's actually in his hand.
That was a crit to win.
Yeah, wow, a crit to win.
Well, and gets blanks and. Yeah.
We know what was in his hand. He's negged one hand to put a crit on top, and then he got a draw, and then he got an Alden, and then he had like an X card as the last card, right?
Yep. Well, does he have another grade 3 in hand?
It looks like he does. Looks like he does.
Kept the grade 3.
Oh, Facade. So nice. Facade was the card that he drew. That's such a good draw, man.
Yep.
Facade is the best card.
Both players been top decking pretty hardcore.
Oh, man. But here's the problem: is Carmelo can't guard these attacks anymore, because his triggers would jank.
Yeah, it's like 1 grade 3. Well, you know what they say: over trigger.
Crit to win, right? Here comes the crit to win on Carmelo's side, and
wow, no 2 blanks as Hexa Orb.
Whoa! Is that a crit or?
Oh, I think it's a crit. Yeah, it's just a full art version.
Oh wow!
Or is it? No, I think it's like a heal.
Dude, nothing hits anymore.
Dude, I think that is a
anymore,
heal.
dude. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it's a heal that didn't go off because he's
He's at
one was
his
on
opponent's
5.
at 5. Yeah.
Jeremy's at 5.
Oh, he drew a
How did
lot.
he survive that turn? Wow. I think Hexa Orb just like bricked for one turn.
Bruh.
Whoa.
All right, now comes the top check. Is it attention stand?
Attention's dead.
Oh wow. Okay. It's not bad.
I think at this point you just like drop your hand and like try to poke, right?
Yeah, you're poking. You're poking. Because basically there's nothing. There is nothing in Jeremy's hand. There's like a grade 1. Oh, he's even dropping his perfect guard. He's going in, man. All right. The Vanguard's hitting 23 as well.
Over trigger time.
Over trigger. Like, here's the scary thing is that like the Tribash is hitting for crits as well. So if you like no guards the Tribash or the Eugene with the Tribash crit, even if he gets an over trigger, he still dies.
Yeah.
But his hand is not bad if you look at it. There's like
Got like six right?
cards.
Also got like a draw trigger from the previous turn, so not sure if he has any nulls.
Okay, so that's a 10.
That's for 10. Try bash time.
This is 23. This is gonna be the more annoying one to guard. He
Yeah.
might guard for 1 or something. Oh, there's the
Oh, gets an over trigger.
Okay, so
Nice.
over the pass
OT,
first.
Over to pass. Nothing.
Okay, so this should be guardable, but Carmelo has a perfect guard in his hand now.
Yeah.
Actually-
Facade.
Actually, hitting facade, really?
I'm not sure because that's giving your opponent options.
But if it hits, his tension state can search for a Eugene.
Deck thinning, eh? That's true.
Ooh, deck thinning, yo,
Deck thinning for the over trigger.
dude, playing the percentages.
You play it to your outs, man. If
Yeah,
the
that's.
SS
Oh, he does it.
Oh, he did.
But he doesn't use tension state, right?
Ah, come on. That will be like such a cool play.
Maybe okay. So maybe he's hoping that his opponent's hand is so bad because the none that he checked, right? It's like a 7K. No, it's actually an 8K. My bad.
But
So
I'm not sure why Jeremy doesn't got it. It's a 13k attacker compared to like any other 5k shields in his hand. So I think
Well, he's gonna-
got his card move, but we'll see.
he's gonna check the top deck again.
Likes to chop. I mean, this Hexa Orb I can understand. I think your top deck checks are more valuable than like an 8k power on the field.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Again? Wow.
Is there a point?
It's really digging. Is he just getting like all blanks or something?
Yeah, I think it's just all blanks, right?
I hope it pays off. Wow. So he puts one on top, I think.
Yeah. Well, he has to put 1 on top and 1 on bottom. So tension state is on boost only, so it wouldn't have worked. But maybe you should have swapped it around.
Yeah. Wow. Crits.
Oh,
That's a crit.
So he needs like a heal. Is that an over trigger? Did you just 6
It's
damage
an
over?
overtrigger.
Oh, he's still dead.
That was a crazy end to game one.
I reckon Jeremy's like heart just stopped for a moment there. You know, over trigger off the top in the 6.
I got crit. Like, oh no!
Wow.
Wow, 6 damage over trigger. Didn't win.
The 0 life, right? Like, whoa.
Yeah. Wow.
Heal on 6.
And also, if you think about it, he was 1 card off from triggering the over trigger last turn, so that would have won him the game as well.
Yeah, if he triggered that over trigger last, like if he was 1 card earlier, he would have gotten it.
Pretty exciting.
So Jeremy wins game 1. We
Crazy.
can add like a win count to his.
And was that was
score.
Jeremy going second? Yeah, that was Jeremy going second, winning. So
Oh wow!
really,
yeah.
really cool.
So he's technically he has the advantage here.
Yes. And Carmel gets to pick again, and I assume he will go first again.
Yeah, of course. You definitely go first. But
We've got a question. How come you all aren't streaming on Twitch, Kai?
well, this is the WCC channel, so this is more of a WCC event. Twitch is my more personal one. My Twitch one is personal.
So the same thing?
Yeah.
So wins. Nice.
Excellent. Okay, so it wins game 1. But we're on to game 2 now.
Okay, so Tenshi that only works on boost, yeah, but he could have put the front trigger in the front. Front trigger in the front.
One more for Hexa. Let's go,
Hexa.
man. Team Hexa Orb.
Team Hexa Orb.
It's that archetype that everyone likes, but no one plays, right? Because of Bastion. What did I miss out? You missed out on game 1.
That's a pretty exciting game 1 if you ask me.
Yeah, YouTube has a cooler logo. I think that's debatable. It's debatable. Noman.
No, I like YouTube.
Yeah, Derek was streaming Swiss earlier, and then for top 8, we usually we post games, WCC like top cuts on our stream anyway. So since we were since we're gonna do it when we're at home, we might as well just do it. So did
Wait, did he
did
drop?
Pixel just go first?
What? Okay.
I mean, I guess you can attack first for Eugene, but I don't know. I still wouldn't take that.
Yeah, I wouldn't really go second in any case playing D, but maybe he's got some cool strats. We'll see.
I mean, overall, Hexa Orb really
He's really jamming it in.
Yeah, he's going in, man. He's going in. Kelvin, I learned the difference between a front attack and a side attack. One step closer to the world. So
That's right.
So a trigger came in. There's 2 damage on Camilo's side, but it's going into getting a trickster again.
Here, is he gonna damage deny? But it's gonna be really hard to catch up on damage later on.
Yeah.
So remember, you're still a triple attack deck, and sure, you might get crits and all.
I mean, technically, Hexa Orb is not a triple attack deck because it has Lepisto. But I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it on Jeremy's side at all. Okay, so swinging in 18 or to the rear, 20 to the rear, I think, because gets a 2k boost from the effect.
There's no way he's guarding this one.
Yeah, probably just let it go.
Yep, but now he's already committed the effect, so yeah, it just gives that 1 damage.
1 damage is enough. I mean, you don't really use much CB as Hexa Orb anyway, unless you're going for your big Lepisto turn, which you generally you generally don't. Really
Yeah, you probably
have it or not.
Probably only do Lepisto when you do a Persona right turn, also to capitalize on that plus 10k.
I mean, I guess like set 1, Hexa Orb runs like Aldens that we've seen and things like that.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
it's still a Keter deck. You convert CB into hand. That's all it's got.
Is this a 2-deck format? No, it's just a 1-deck format.
Is it?
I mean,
Bruce won a lot of games.
Well, it's a double-edged sword there, right? A 1-deck format could mean many things. But it's a best of 3. It's a best of 3.
He's dropping an Hexa Orb as a rear guard. That's insane.
I don't know if I do. His top check must be amazing. It has to be like there has to be an overtrigger or something coming up. Because he looks at top 3 and then he gets a bunch of twin drives. Otherwise, there's no way you commit. Right there, it is.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, all right.
Time to pop off.
plus X time.
Oh, okay, all right. Is that another trigger on Camilo's side?
Dude, this. Yeah.
Was it possible to make it a bit less brighter? That might be a bit hard to do, but let me ask.
You can ask. Perth, guys. Okay, at least that one's a black trigger. PG, the last attack. Another heal. Go off, but wow, that was a crazy pressure turn, and you can only do these kind of turns with Hexa Orb, right? I mean,
yeah, from all the top X checks, which is amazing.
Yep, like literally planning your over trigger turn.
Yeah. Like, okay, this is such a tough spot for Camilo, because now your opponent has, like, literally a +6 in his hand.
Yeah.
So you can play your retired games, and they're not going to care. They're not going to lose a card.
Like a 4-2-1 damage as well.
Yeah. So, oh, wow. Okay, this is coming in a crit, but I mean...
Oh, it's no guarding. Gets a
Was it a
heal.
heal?
Wow. Goes back to 3. So that's 3 and 3.
Ooh, another Hex-Orb
Oh,
gone.
Hex-Orb's gone. And Facade.
So now there's...
said-
Yeah, Tencha says searches for the Eugene. But 3 Hexa-Orbs are pretty much accounted for.
Yeah, so I wonder if he actually kept another one if he had 3 the previous turn.
Yeah.
I still don't know whether dropping the Hexa Orb last turn was worth it, even just for the Twin Drive. Like, you can just play any other card. You can make the power, like, unlimited. Well, not unlimited, but, you know, it's 1 drive check versus the Persona right next turn.
Well,
Okay,
we
we'll
see
see.
him fingering over the Alden, and he doesn't have enough CB for it. So he can literally go like Alden, call something out, and then plus even more. He's got a booster saved up as well, so he can put on quite some
Okay.
decent pressure. It's going to be really annoying for Camilo to guard it. And then what does he commit? Or Refluke. That's even that's great. Refluke can go in to give 10k somewhere else too.
Yep.
Just overall pretty winning time for the Hexa-Orb player. And you know that early over trigger check is just one of the reasons why Hexa-Orb is very, very strong. You really can't do that with any other deck. And that ride chain, the first part of the ride chain, getting like a +1 CB1 +1, that's okay. The top 3 check can really decide games because you're gonna get checks like that. Sometimes you get like a double crit on top, and you're just smiling, randomly win like that. So pretty good.
Double Refluke. Wow.
He's really capitalizing on. I think he's checked the top and he knows that something's coming, so he's going to
Crits.
really push this turn. Yeah. Camilo nulls
Has
that.
to use 1 PG. No?
So nothing.
1 crit. Alright.
okay.
So, here's the thing. Carmelo still has to guard at least one of the attacks. And these regards swing pretty hard.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Camilo. He doesn't have much
He's
hand.
got 2 Eugenes in hand.
He's got 2 genes in
I
hand.
think he's got 2 Eugenes in hand.
Is he pushing with the crit first? That's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Take any I guess the reasoning is if he wants to take it to try and get more triggers, then sure, but that is another trigger. So all the triggers are going into that damage.
Oh, did he draw into a heal? Ah.
Ooh. Arrest
Well,
and
this is-
retires.
Alright, so +5.
That is
Pain.
yeah, that is
let's check the
truly
Persona.
pain.
I think he just like got like 4 triggers in a row there. I can't see
Yeah, that
what
is-
the other one.
You die by the Gamba, and you'll lose by the Gamba.
Like the extremities of both sides triggering.
That's right. You look at the top cards, and you either smile or you feel sad.
So it's like, you know, whenever you play Vanguard, you're like, oh, I want to pray for triggers. Yes, but you gotta, you know, be a bit more specific with what you ask for. You want triggers in the right place.
He's guarding for 30, 45. So
Wow,
this is
that's kind of overkill. I think front. Oh,
Nothing.
imagine if that was an over trigger.
And then this is 25. Hitting Alden. I mean, Alden is threatening, but his opponent's at 3.
Yeah, I think attack killing Alden won't progress the game for
Yeah,
you.
because Jeremy just has too many cards in his hands anyway. If even if he loses an Alden, he doesn't care, right? Right
I
now,
really like how Jeremy guards the Vanguard attack though. So even though he's on 3 damage, he like respects that, like, you know, crit potential and just like, no, you're not going through this. unless you've done an over trigger. But
Yeah, that's right. Like
yeah,
when you're in such a winning state, there is no point to take risks, right? You can go,
Yeah.
oh, I only lose to a double crit. That's a
Yep.
very small chance of happening. But you have the ability to stop that from happening, right? You can change your like 1% destiny, right? So you might as well do it. Goes for the checks, 2 perfect guards.
you nulls. Oh,
That's
devastating.
things looking pretty bad for for Camelo, to be honest.
Yeah.
Guards should be able to guard this last one as well. It's like a 25.
Yeah.
Easy guard with all the cards he's been getting, but he just has no offensive. He just drew another trigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing turning his 15Ks into his 5Ks to a 15K.
And at the moment, we're seeing like sort of the ugly side of playing the trickster stuff. Some of them are a bit bricky if you don't get them in pairs.
I think he only like runs 2 trickster.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he doesn't run too many. I'm not sure on the deck list, but I feel like, yeah. Eugene swings in with a crit. So this one, he has so many perfect guards. He can just perfect guard it.
Yeah.
Zero risk.
Not even over trigger can go through.
Yeah.
And a crit.
So he can actually take this crit, but this is also...
30.
Well, he's attacking a rear.
Taking for regard, I'm not sure about that.
I
If there's
think
one chance of you getting through this, that would like you attack the Vanguard, you get defensive over trigger, and then somehow, steal the game next turn. But
Yeah.
killing the
Right,
regard's like, yeah.
right now, if you're in Camilo's shoes, you have to be thinking about how to just randomly steal the game. But
That's right.
he's actually...
Wow.
He's perfect guarding that regard?
Okay.
That feels a bit excessive. That feels a bit excessive. Unless this
Yeah.
game is just so full of triggers.
Well, the other thing is we know that Hexa Orb's out of Persona, right? Or maybe he's got one left.
Well, there's
So
one,
maybe
yeah.
he's really desperate for units to just hit that 13k mark. Yeah, from the looks of it, I think he just doesn't have units to swing. Just going in vanilla. Here we go, vanilla Vanguard.
I mean, all of these are lethal. Carmelo actually
Yeah.
does have... Well, actually, if Jeremy gets a trigger and he stacks it all on one side, I think he can break through, right? Oh, he might.
Right.
There's 3 cards in the hand, so I think there's 2 triggers and 1 perfect guard. So I think it's still like 2 triggers and he'll break through because he can make 1 column. No, actually, it's pretty hard with 2 triggers and a perfect
So,
guard.
yeah, this is actually an interesting situation. Probably I'll explain to it after the end of the game.
I think he's splitting power.
I think it's the more correct move.
Yeah. You definitely did better maths than I did. I forgot maths already. I think he's distributed power and he's thinking of where to put the crit. So he puts the crit on Vanguard, and then goes, what about this one? Ooh. Alright, so Camelo should live through this turn. But you can't forget that Jeremy might have low cards in his hand, but he's still on 3 damage.
Well, Legion's got crits, so...
Yep. And
okay.
this is the 23, which is a 15k shield. Yep.
Yep.
So because of the front.
Okay.
And then
50k.
draw. Oh yeah, he drew arcs. He can overdress
Nice.
arcs.
Oh, it's just like, you guys better watch this.
Is-
He's asking about the rule to... as in, when you overdress, do you change position or not, I think.
no. It's the same position. You overdress in the same position. Overdress
alright.
is in the same position.
Okay. Judge call. Well, we don't have to call judges because we're here. So-
Let me message the judge. All right.
on. Right, while we wait, let me read some chat.
Let's go. Yeah, there's been questions for you. There's been questions for you.
From Izami.
Yes.
Got Lyrical Monastery as my first ever overdress and get to previous deck build. Would you play Lyrical? I mean, I would. I personally would. It is more exciting than just Bermuda, to be honest with you. Uh, but yeah, so far we've been buying every single starter decks for OD. So yeah, definitely gonna be playing a bit of it. Whether I like it or not, we'll see. But so far, aesthetics, yes, I do enjoy it. All right, so he tapped the 2 triggers instead.
Okay.
That's the correct move. Gets a draw 2. Let's see if he can make any plays with this. Ooh, just vanilla Vanguard. Here we go. Over trigger.
Did you just trigger over trigger?
He gave power on the side, which is okay. That's confirming 1 damage. So if Vanguard gets a crit here, I think that's a steal.
What?
Dude, I think he. Oh, what a clutch!
Yeah. You have to pray for the over triggers to.
He's got 1 more null. This guy.
That situation.
Jeremy's just got like all the nulls in his hand.
Because he triggered all of them, right? He triggered all of them.
That's actually crazy. But I kind of can understand why he's trying so hard to keep that facade alive. It can't get retired, remember? And it's probably like, the only unit that's worth guarding. Because otherwise you'll have to like commit 2 cards or hope to get a trigger, and then you just get retired. So you're playing into your opponent's strat. But keeping facade alive keeps you in the game. Keeps the pressure on for every single turn.
But I think this game should still be in a.
Yeah,
should be for Jeremy, right? But
Jeremy,
I guess the lack of Persona Ride is really hurting him because that over trigger
that's why I mentioned in the beginning. So I don't know whether dropping that Hex Hour or the Twin Drive is worth it. You can just place any unit, even a trigger, to swing, and the Persona Ride next turn will just like snowball you the game. But you get a bit excited during games, so you want to get a 6 drive, Hexa drive.
I feel like the Persona Ride is still somewhere in the deck, right?
There's 1 left.
But he hasn't reached it even after all those triggers.
Yeah.
And just the lack of the Persona Ride means there's absolutely 0 pressure from Jeremy. It's actually
he's also not getting much triggers at the moment, so I think he's exhausted quite a bit of them. Gets more retires, and Eugen's really grinding this game out.
Did he just draw? Oh, he's calling a perfect guard. I think he's nearly running out of cards in the deck, though, right?
Yeah, it feels like it. Both of the decks look very small. Arc. He's just gonna commit his hand.
He's just committing everything.
There we go.
And it might just work. His opponent's at 4. Oh, Jeremy's thinking about it.
And if you let Tensorstead hit, he gets to decked in 1, I think. There's 1 left. This game is a roller coaster, you said it.
Yeah, chat's been saying that too.
Counting triggers, classic Vanguard.
Oh, this is like old school twin drives, right?
Yep. Got it. Oh, I'm still deciding whether to guard or not. Yeah, you can see Camilla smiling. He's got like, oh, I might just like steal this game.
Yeah, I mean, the Dark States over trigger, not Dark States. The Dragon Empire one is just like,
It's funny because it probably works better for Eugene than Virena. It's like, oh,
Well, I mean, Virena can like double the power, but
yeah,
Eugene
but
doesn't. Eugene
normally
doesn't
you're
have
already
anything.
out of TB anyway, so. Oh god!
Oh wow!
Critical.
Did he just
so he's
take
taking
that?
2. Oh no, is he taking 3 or 2? Was it? Oh, 2.
It's 2. It's 2. There's no Tribash.
Wait, has he not decided where to put the crit? Oh wow, what a
game.
steal!
Wow. Okay.
All right, so we go to game 3.
Yeah, game 3 time. So both players get a win.
1-1 at the moment.
So apparently
My
Derek
God.
is in. Apparently Derek is in top 8.
What he's playing?
Yeah.
Oh come on, bro! You can't organize and play.
Dude, he
Like,
just
he wants that
wants the
playmat
wins,
bad, man. He wants that playmat bad. I've got the Sydney playmat just behind me over here.
You can show it later in the commentary.
Yeah. All right. So
It's like a game 3.
3, and I'm quite sure Jeremy will pick first.
Yeah.
This will be like 3 games of Jeremy going first. Just interesting.
I mean, wait. Eugene went second that game, though.
Yep. Went second against a Hexaorb that triggered first. Great read, right? Yep. Yeah. Turn 3 over trigger.
That was
Went
a huge
through
grind,
all of
man.
that. That was a huge grind. But yeah, I think both sides played quite well. There's definitely like a bit of things I can pick up from there, but you know, you play to your outs to each.
Hey, what do you guys think Derek is playing?
Definitely. Oh,
I think it's
is it
Bastion.
Bruce or
Dude.
Bastion?
I think it's Bastion.
Come
dude.
on, he's such a Bruce fanboy.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's one enough with Bruce. I think he's playing Bastion. What decks are they playing? They're playing on the left is Eugene, and on the right is Hexaorb.
Eugene versus Hexaorb, top 8.
Yeah.
Derek is the chat who's gonna win it all. I told him he will last night on off.
On his stream.
Right.
Now we want to see who goes first. Right. We thought Carmelo would choose to go first. Last time when he lost, but he decided to go second. So I don't know. Anything could happen, man.
That's a pretty solid opening hand.
Ooh. Only mulligan 2. That means your hand is pretty good, right?
Yeah, 1 and 2 is like pretty solid from both sides. So
have you heard of the mulligan theory, where if you mulligan nothing, people just throw down their hand and bash you?
oh yeah, definitely. And that is a valid strat. And actually, I'm gonna okay, fine. I'll let people know. But usually, whenever I mulligan in there are certain games where you want to keep like a 15k in hand when you mulligan, or maybe even 2 of them.
Oh, did I say winner chooses who goes first? It should be loser chooses.
Should be loser chooses.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So that's how they always do it in best of 3. The loser chooses to go first or second. Which is surprising. It's surprising that Carmelo chose to go second
Yeah.
in the second game. Because like if the winner chooses, they can keep on snowballing, right? If you win,
Yeah. You just win more and more,
Yeah.
and you're not giving any chance.
yeah.
I mean, like they are acknowledging that going first is slightly stronger. Although I also know some tournaments where the standings in Swiss decides who goes first.
Yeah.
Round 1, not a big fan, but you know they did earn it, so can't
Like
say.
even if it's not a go first format, if you
Yeah.
win and you like going second is better, you can just choose to go second, right? So
Yep.
it's
So
to
it's
kind of
like
even it out.
keeping the advantage you gain from Swiss, sort of.
Well, for the Swiss one, yeah, it's the Swiss top cut kind of idea. Just very normal swings right now. But Persona Ride not Persona Ride, but Hexa Orb will get his first top check.
So I think we'll see an arc going on this turn.
Oh no! So like the Eugene, like Carmelo chose to go second.
He chose to go second.
Yeah, and then since Jeremy lost the previous game, he's choosing to go first.
So loser picks, and they can choose to either go first or most decks, I would say, prefer going first. But yeah, some players prefer second.
I don't know. I wouldn't prefer going second. But I don't play Eugene.
Know, man. He won the game, man. He won the game.
Dude,
there you
see
go.
That?
Whoa, this engine. Insane. Oh, yes.
You know when you think of Arcs, right? And if he doesn't have like any even if it doesn't overdress, just the 10k body could be better than like a lot of other cards in your deck.
Jeremy is going first in this game.
Yeah, Jeremy is going first this game. So he takes 2. That's like a 23 swing. I mean, you can guard that. You're in 10k. It's a 15k shield.
You're making the most out of your rearguard plays. So even just playing vanilla, it's a solid way to push the game.
Alright, so what does Hexa Orb see? Does he... If he's throwing down a bunch of grade 3s... Oh, he has to... He's looking at his hand, so he has to think about it. So it's not an automatic double trigger coming. Right? These are the tells that you have to understand.
Yep. Like when they're thinking and stuff, they're like, oh, what do I want? Do I want to heal?
Yeah, if they look at it and they don't rearrange, they just put it back on top. Either
you have the great one that puts stuff on the bottom as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, not again. Oh, I think.
You're supposed to run a lot of grade 3s in this deck, right?
Yeah, but is it another over trigger? Because it feels like it. He's not afraid.
I mean, it could be just a crit, right? Crit push damage, right?
True.
Because those rooks are hitting 15 each. Yeah, it's crit.
Yeah, it's double crit.
You have to feel the floor of the game, Kelvin.
Oof.
Right? You have to feel the sack. Or did Carmel's luck just run out? Usually for him, it's like 3 triggers in the damage zone.
Yeah, draw, heal.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. This is super rough. This is like 48 each side. So that's enough. He's on 20. He takes 1. He's on 5.
Wait, I thought the powers are the same on each side. Oh well.
Wouch. Pretty busted.
Turn 3, 5 damage. Turn 3, 5 damage.
Like when you get those kind of turns at Hexa Orb, you're just smiling.
Yep.
Right.
And you can see Jeremy just like you can see him.
She's so relaxed right now, man.
Dude, he's on a roll, man. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna stomp.
Yeah. He rests, destroys.
Dyers.
He's gonna rest the rook. Uses the skill to call the top deck. Is that an Arcs? Wow. Yeah, Arcs comes down. Can he boost it?
Oh, can't do anything against this 13k front rows.
Yeah, the problem is that the Arcs are just 10ks right now, right?
Yeah.
So it's just bad news bears.
Into your rear guard. Alright, here we go. So I guess he's trying to stabilize the game.
23k Eugene into a rear guard.
Yeah. But none of his rear guards hit as well, so...
Okay, I think what he's trying to do here...
Wow,
is that a heal?
Nice. It's a heal.
Okay. So he's going to kill both the front rows. And the next turn, he's going to kill the back rows again. Because he knows that Jeremy triggered 2 triggers.
Yep.
So his hand of
out of units.
Yeah, his hand of 4 cards is literally running out. And that's kind of the only way he can get back into the game, I guess.
And getting that heal really helped him, so he's sort of stabilizing. The plan's working out.
Yeah, the heal was huge, right?
Let's see whether Jeremy here gets a persona, because if he doesn't, Carmel's actually not a bad spot.
I feel like he doesn't have it
coming up.
If he had the persona ride, he would have immediately persona.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think he's probably got an Aldin, but a no grade.
He's probably thinking, do I Alden, CB2, what do I put down? Because the
Oh,
problem
he's got
is...
it. Okay.
The problem is the thing he puts down has a high chance of... Oh,
Right.
that's another
Okay.
item.
So I think that's a bit of a misplay, but I think you would have used the for a fluke first. Give it to the rook or something. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no,
Never mind.
Ooh.
I thought we're gonna see like a...
He wants Fasado for the counter charge.
Yeah.
So, perfect guard.
PG.
Crit.
Wow, more crits. Crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, he did this card, yeah.
Crit on the Fasado. I'm guessing he's splitting the. Oh, crit on the Alden. Alden, yeah, Alden's actually bigger.
It's got a bigger power, yeah.
Yeah, you want the Fasado to hit. My bad.
Yep.
So, second check. A Fasado again.
Not a Fasado. Okay. So he's got to guard the Alden and then sort of feed the the of it. So I think still okay. But yeah, as Eugene, like Facade is actually a super annoying card because it's so hard to get rid of.
Yeah. You have to actually attack into it. How crazy is that? It goes to 5.
There you go, gets to farm.
So it gets a
Oh,
couple.
it's a
The heal
heal.
goes away. Eugene comes down. Draw. Can put down 2 Nigels.
Right,
Could,
that's did he disappear? Did he persona? He should, right?
it's like a near full board clear, by the way.
Yeah, it's like a really, really like a big turn for Eugene.
Double Nigels. Now you can, if he has soul, he can do the thing.
Oh, I
think
think
he's
it's just like
missing by 1,
one shot.
It's always one short.
Good. Oh, at least he's got like persona power, so 20k.
20k to Fasado.
And like killing Fasado is actually starting to hurt Jeremy real bad now.
Yeah.
Because like, what units have you got next turn?
He's been triggering well. The triggers have been quite well.
Yeah, but see, this is why like you gotta learn how to like conserve your cards, like especially against a deck that can retire.
Yeah.
Because at the moment you're just losing 4. He's guarding it. He's gonna keep bashing into that facade.
Oh, he's gonna pick. He's gonna choose. He's a no guard. I think no guard into facade.
Crit on. Oh, Vanguard. It's Vanguard. Nice.
That crit
Gets a crit in. Gets a heal. Doesn't go off. Wow. And the power. I think he has to give it to Vanguard. He can replace the facade.
Can he?
But
does he have?
He triggered 1 last turn.
Yeah, but he wants like 2 attackers at the front, right?
Yeah. Remember, Carmelo's still on 5 damage here. Oh, he's got 2 intercepts as well.
He's great. He's asking if he needs attention instead. Yeah. And Jeremy allows it. What a good guy.
Yep. Heal.
Friendly players, guys. It's still a at a tournament. Oh,
this is what we want to endorse. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, well, good sportsmanship.
Be nice with people.
It's not BCS, guys. It's still your friendly tournaments, right? At your friendly LGS.
Yep. You'll see them every day. Oh, not every day. But... all right. So searches.
He actually guarded. He guarded the overtrigger.
Oof. Right. So if Hexa Orb doesn't get a persona, gets it. Okay.
Persona.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, and just double facaded, guess.
Yeah, double facade. If you can like stack a front or something, if he runs, it probably doesn't run fronts, right? We haven't seen a front yet.
We see draws.
Yeah, draws.
Right, so this is going to be actually a pretty painful turn to guard.
I mean, it depends if he wants to stack anything on top.
Oh, wow.
I feel like if he doesn't stack anything on top, his turn will be quite limited because he's been triggering quite well.
It's out of like over trigger as well. His opponent still got it in the deck.
In NZ, people would shark that.
In NZ, wow, New Zealand.
New Zealand people were friendly, man.
Yeah.
Alden comes in.
It would be crazy if they just like randomly one Dark Strain pops out.
Yeah, the one-off Dark Strain, bam.
I haven't seen that Lepisto, man.
I don't think that Lepisto exists, dude. It puts a crit on top.
Oh, secures a crit. Right, yeah, this is gonna be painful.
I'm surprised he's not moving up the Alden.
Mm-hmm.
The Alden is
The
definitely
Alden's
better.
hits bigger.
Yeah. So here comes the checks. Crete. Oh, he doesn't have a booster, so he can't really do any cheese strats here.
Hmm.
Did he put crit on Vanguard?
Oh, gets it. All right, and that's a crit as well. So no OT. That's it. That's game 3. Wow.
To the
To the pass, third trigger wins the game.
Oh, that was
intense.
That was close. So
yeah,
Jeremy takes it. Hexor moving on to top 4. Unfortunately, Eugene
falls slightly short.
Yeah, that was the only Eugene deck, guys. So we won't be seeing any more Eugenes, unfortunately. Who else made it so far? Let me ask Derek who made it forward.
Let's check the other games, see if they're done.
I'll ask him. We'll swap over back to us. So, yeah. So that was a close game, man. That was a surprisingly close game. What do you think about that?
That was it. Pretty crazy 3 rounds. All of them were very swingy. I think could have gone either side at any point.
So Kelvin with the T. All right, with the T. Got to stay hydrated, everyone. I actually forgot to bring a drink. Very sad. What a misplay. I'm supposed to...
It's winter, so things get really dry in Australia.
It's true. It's true. We can answer some. Did you answer all the questions in chat as well?
I think I didn't go through every single one. Let's see.
You answered.
I think I answered the Monastery. Yeah, we'll definitely be playing it.
Which deck? Have you seen all the characters in the Lyrical Monastery one?
I've seen them. I've seen the products, not so much the card.
Oh, okay.
I think I got the pizza boxes and the other stuff.
I was going to ask which one was your favorite.
I gotta find out the names, man. Give me 1 second. You can guess, like, which one do you think will be my favorite?
I think it's the vampire one. I think it's the vampire one because that's the edgiest. There's like cat girls.
Designs are like
they're not bad, right?
They're pretty good. Yeah. Quite like them.
Will you guys be doing a deck profile on Varina Urja? We will be releasing one for we're releasing an English updated deck for every profile thing that we usually do before the English release. So probably on Wednesday we'll be releasing that because we do top decks, which look at a lot of decks. I think on Monday we do the tournament topping decks as well in Japan. So we have a lot of decks already out there that people can use, and then usually for the new set releases, I put up a preliminary deck lists that people can go on, and then when the English one comes out, we do update it with a more updated list that you can kind of use as a template and go from there. So yeah, that is what we will likely be doing. What is the thing you guys are most looking forward to for set 2 in terms of what cards you want or builds?
It's one broken card in that set.
Well, you don't play Bruce.
I don't, and that's why it's a problem.
Yeah, you play Bastion.
So you actually mod my Bastion.
You have no cards that you're looking forward to because it's literally the same deck.
Well, you did tell me to try was it Pride Dragon?
Prideful Dragon.
Yeah, Prideful Dragon. I don't know. I think that card is average. I can see it doing crazy turns, but in practice, I think it gets stuck more often.
Yeah, I think Prison looks really good from set 2.
Yeah, Prison's really good.
I actually like Prison, but just because from all the testing in set 1, just feels bad man right now. But set 2 feels good. Orphist is looking very good as well. All the Brandgate decks that only I play, out of the 3 of us, are.
I'm actually like kind of sad that Magnolia's it gets some decent cards, but it gets bullied by like all these better decks coming up. So I don't think I'll be playing Magnolia for a while.
Okay. Oh, Derek says they're ready. We're actually going to see Derek on stream right now.
Okay.
And you can see what he's playing.
Okay.
So let's swap over to...
It's definitely Bastion, unless he's doing some weird like bait and switch strat with his sleeve.
Okay, so it's like Derek on the right, I think.
Yeah.
So what made it through top 4 is Bastion, Orphist, Hexer, and Bruce. So one of everything. So
Wait, so that means one Bastion and one Bruce died on top 8.
yes.
Crazy.
Apparently Derek killed the Bruce. Okay, so let's change that. I'm assuming that is an Orphist sleeve.
Wow,
So
Derek.
I'm assuming that is an Orphist deck.
He got the wrong jersey, man. That's
The 0 damage jersey. So
where's the WCC one? Nah, I'm
where's
kidding.
the WCC jersey, bro?
It's probably too worn out. We probably need a new one.
Dude, these jerseys literally the best. All right, they're so comfortable and warm.
They are. Is it US made?
Yeah, US made.
Crazy.
So we got Derek on the right, and none of them
9,
have
rolling
wins yet.
9. What a high roller!
All right,
Curse. Dreamer's curse.
we have some more questions. This guy, I think you might know. This is from Rebens. By the release of new TD gives a hint of speed of release of new archetypes. Do you guys think it is too fast about time? Does this move gonna turn into a mirror in Parcelware? It's definitely not gonna be fast. Because our set 3 gets released in December for English. So it's gonna be slow.
Yep.
It's gonna be slow. How many players entered? I think 25. Unfortunately, because of COVID.
Yeah, this
less
is
people are
restrictions
joining.
last week, so
Yeah. So Perth doesn't have any restrictions at the moment, but
I think they just got off one.
yeah,
last
they
week.
had a snap lockdown like a week or 2 ago. So people
And there's
are
still the
cautious.
interstate stuff happening.
Yeah, people are still cautious. Yeah, overall, yeah, interstate is pretty bad. In Sydney, it's pretty bad. New South Wales, Queensland, and Victoria are also in lockdown as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Perth is literally the only state that is not on lockdown if we don't include South Australia. So yeah, there's kind of people apprehensive on that, and that's unfortunate. It just happens. Orphist keeps on winning in New Zealand. Orphist is a decent deck. It's
is a good
actually a
deck.
decent deck, so not bad. Yeah, the Brandgate playmat looks pretty good. Actually, looks really good.
Like, love the sparkly effects.
Rip me and Vic. Unfortunate, man.
Yeah, Victoria does happen.
All right, so we've got an Orphist on the left that is confirmed, and then Bastion on the right. Fortunately, it's very bright. I wonder if we can lower the
glare.
brightness, but and it doesn't help that all the Bastion cards are very, very light colored as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
look at that order card. It is the brightest order card. So apparently this is the lowest as it goes.
oh really?
This is the lowest it goes. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, that's very blue now.
right. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, webcam quality, brah.
Oh, you see that Logi logo there? Now it's like a warm color.
They can't see the
the-
Logi logo.
I think that's as good.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
as best as it can be.
Yeah.
Which
All
is
right.
Unlucky.
We know what to do next. New camera.
Well, this is why you never use a webcam, guys. Just use your phone. Your phone has the best camera already. It's the power in your pockets.
In your pockets.
So,
but
I think
yeah,
that looks high rarity Orphist, does it not? Could it be?
we'll see.
Because there's no text box there.
Could just be the right check. Ooh, triggers a Bastion.
Takes the damage. Normally you'd like to guard that, right? He discards
Yeah.
an order. He actually discards the draw order.
Rushes.
Because we saw him search the retire order, but I don't know. I feel like I would value the draw order more than the retire order.
Probably, yeah.
And if you're an Orphist player, this is exactly how you do it. You rush down Bastion, like this.
You gotta capitalize on you going first.
Yeah, that's right. Guards,
Nothing.
fine. 2 more
Take
attacks
this
coming in.
one.
Gets a
Power
trigger.
down. Wow, that was a perfect play from Derek.
Yeah, getting the trigger there was huge because now He doesn't really need to do anything.
And it's a draw trigger as well, out of everything.
Yeah. So
Really perfect play.
ooh,
Yep,
discards the witch.
Stellaria.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been actually building a lot of Stellaria base decks as well. It's really nice.
Reveals for the call, gets a draw
It's
trigger.
a draw trigger. Oh well, it's fine. Draws one.
So
And
you might see players, they put triggers up front to try and trigger and put on the regard. What do you think of that, Kelvin?
I think it depends on the situation, like whether you're going first or second, or whether they can punish you when you do that sort of play. So it's really hard to say. It really depends on the matchup and who goes first, second, etc. But normally,
I think it's kind of better to put it behind Vanguard. But
Yeah.
in that situation where he's got so many things on the field, I might put it on the front and like attack a rear for a chance to trigger and attack into the other rear, right?
That's true. But do you also care about like killing rear guards against Orphis?
I guess with Orphis it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. So that's why you like just play it safe. Try to like push damage.
Because everything is free for Orphis.
Oh, this is gonna be kind of painful.
Yeah, this
No
is
defensives.
this is exactly where you want to be if you're an Orphis player. You're on the you got tempo. You're moving in.
It's going to
straight
five.
to 5. Ooh,
Okay.
overtrigger got that is a perfect time to kill off your opponent's overtrigger. 5th damage. Yeah, you can get rid of that. Now I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the game, right? Your hand is looking excellent. Like 6 cards in hand. Your field is pretty set.
Yep. So now Derek just has to like keep bashing Vanguard, and try to guard the 3 attacks. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, the problem is those 3 attacks are going to be huge. Be very big.
And I'm sensing like a Persona right coming up next turn, so that's like at least like a 40k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he gonna throw it? He throws in a Fluke, draws 2. He can't use any more Fluke now. The best he can do is like a Solaria, I guess.
And from what I can see from Derek's build, I think this is the offensive version of it.
I think this is the what was it? Yoan's build?
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah. Maybe with like 1 or 2 card changes. But if you see Solaria, that's where you want to be.
And I quite agree with the Solari build. You just take out the number of orders in the deck, and you use up your resources early. So if you get those like early heals, or you get a facade from your top deck, you get to like get some benefits out of it.
Yeah, like a lot of players
cool.
were running like four judgment, right? But you can cut it down to like 2 judgments and then run like only 2 Solarias.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good split.
Guards it. Yep. Just doing all the right moves. Got the small, the easy guards.
That's right.
Grade 3 and crit. Nice. So far it's still not too bad for Derek. All the guarding will be like a interesting to see next turn. No defensives. Keep pushing.
Yeah, but as Orphist, you can just do this because you can save your hand for later.
Is discarding a draw trigger instead of like a Solaria?
Does he have the Solari in hand?
Yeah, he's got one.
Oh. Maybe he wants to save that CB for a... Yeah, he does.
Yeah, for maybe a 2 CB play next
for
turn,
an
maybe.
Alden play.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a Fasado, so he can't really...
I mean, you can use it anytime, so maybe he doesn't think... I think his hand is decent enough to not...
Yeah, commit the
have to
CB
dig.
right now.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing about Solaria. You can, like, keep them in the hand and, like, they can be useful at times. You can also just drop them on the field if you need a target for Alden.
Yeah, it's like a 12 card hand.
Wow. Okay.
And,
I'll say. Alright, buddy.
ooh, it's a different fight. How's it going, different fight?
Oh, hello.
Finished casting SVO.
Nice.
I'm tilting so hard in Shadowverse right now. I'm trying to grind ladder and it's taking forever.
Haven't been able to do much online games at the moment.
Front trigger. Ooh. What's next? Ooh, is that another front? That double front? Wow.
Hey, but at least you can take one of them.
Yes. Well, he perfect guarded that. to counter.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you have to hard gut the other one or do a second null. And it's also out of OT. Heal? No heal,
40.
no defensive.
This is 60 actually, sorry. So this should be an okay.
He's got a gun with 50k, I think.
Yeah, he's got a gun of 60k. Or
Yeah.
50k, sorry.
50k.
Well, look at that. He's eyeing 4 cards in his hand to drop.
I think he's just gonna cook IBL on 215k. Is this BTO one or with BTO 2? This is BTO one.
Kukubiel and 215k doesn't work, right? That's only 40k shield.
Isn't it 53 or
It's 60,
isn't it hitting for
right?
50? Oh, it's hitting for 60. Ah, okay.
Did he Persona Road, right?
Didn't really pay attention, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks like that's
55, is it?
So he's getting for 68.
AK a lot. There was like 4 cards out of Derek's
68.
hand.
And that's like, remember with Bastion, a lot of the hand are just like great. Hand size can be deceiving.
Did you see that? He wants to keep his SP Bastion at the top.
Yep.
Don't do that at a proper tournament, guys. But
Yeah.
at your fun tournaments,
If you want to do that, you better get 4 Bastion SPs.
get 4 SPs.
Or maybe 3. Because you will always like get Persona right?
Yeah.
Like
So,
the one from your right deck is just like whatever. So, alright.
so here's the thing, right? Is that you see there's a Dark Strain in Derek's hand, but he didn't commit it because he's gonna like when you start committing Dark Strains and using your soul, you're basically showing okay, we have to go in, yeah. Otherwise, he's playing it very conservatively.
Alright, Solaria time. You have to, right? And it's not that great.
The thing is, like, by keeping cards in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's still not discarding the Solaria? I'm quite surprised. He has to be very confident in guard, right?
Either that, or... but does Raiden actually have cards to guard? He's at 5. And it's got 3 hand
He's
left.
just taking it. Ooh.
Wow. And there you go. Derek just wins the game like that.
Yeah. Like,
Crazy.
when you have, even... Derek had Dark Strain before, right? The previous turn. So, if you thought about it, he could just totally throw it down and then have a full field of grade 3s and bash his hand. The thing is that when you commit so much hand early on, it gives your opponent information that your hand is actually just X cards in hand, yeah? So it can really... By keeping cards in your hand when you don't need to commit them onto the field, you can give your opponent bad information. Or you can... You're playing mind games on them, right?
You're drawing aggro, which otherwise wouldn't have come to you, so...
Yeah. Like...
Sometimes keeping things concealed is better. Or it's just mind tricks.
Yeah, if you look at your opponent's hand and like, oh, there's only 6, that's easy. I know exactly how you can guard these attacks. But if their hand is like 12, you're like, ooh, what can I do?
It's like,
it looks pretty bad.
It's like maybe I just have to grind this game until a better opponent.
Yeah, I'm not winning this turn.
Conservatively,
right?
That's right. Yeah.
But it kind of didn't matter because he triggered double front.
Yeah. And his field was like pretty full like that. So.
Yeah.
Disappointing loss. Well, to be honest, with Orphist, that's why it's so important with guarding the small. You don't. Yes, you conserve your hand, but you're not digging through them. So
yeah, you really have to.
You,
you really have to guard early, especially against like Bastion.
You have to really optimize how you use your hand with as Orphist. That's what great Orphist players do.
So we have to give Derek a dub.
Right.
So let's put the dub right there. Boom. See that? Do you guys recognize that win icon? If you do, then good job. Good job, boys. Is there good stuff coming for Orphist in set 2? I've thought about building Orphist deck at some point. Yes, there is some really good stuff coming for Orphist in set 2. You get you get cards that basically use your Shadow Army tokens as like a resource, and you can clear things off on your board, which is a big deal in the set 2 format. Ooh, it's Scarf. How's it going, man? Just in time to see some Keta.
Haha, your favorite clan deck. So Orpheus going first now.
Yes. He's going for the... Of course you go first, right? It's not that weird... The weird choice that we saw last game that paid off for Carmelo.
Not everyone plays control.
You can't play him at too strong. Is that where the anime is from?
Yeah, it's Eurocamp. The one on the right, anyways.
Well, the one both of them are
the one on the left
Eurocamp.
is R, yes. I think we've seen them quite a few times in the VG Top Decks videos.
Oh.
So it's been there for a while. Cultured.
Is that an anime?
Yeah, yes, they are. Yes, it is.
Is that the new Gundam series? Or?
You're talking about the one on the left? Pretty much look like Gundam series. See it anyways. Oh, right. See? That's the sort of like guards that I was warning about. Like you always want a 15k if your opponent doesn't boost.
Yeah, like that. Like if you entered grade 2 with 0 damage as Orphist, you actually don't care because nothing uses CB. To be honest, that really matters, right? If you were playing maybe set 2 Orphist, where you were playing in English it's called Eclipse Moonlight or something, that requires a CB, but currently you don't need CB. So saving 2 damage from yourself is very nice.
Yep. Like you gotta pick which damage you want to take, and you have to be very selective about it.
Do you guys think SP's DSRs for Dragon Empire are a good investment mid-long term?
Honestly, I think any SPs from set 1 would be good at least until like set 4. Because we know the boss decks won't change at least for this 1 year. So, yeah.
Oh! You see that?
Oh, God.
Rip Derek!
Alright. Yeah, happens. Bound to happen, right?
Yep. Pretty unlucky. So, he just gets nothing. Goes to the drop zone. That's it. No guard? Really?
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
like as Orpheus, there's no reason why you want to go on high damage. That's what it feels like.
Like the problem here is that if you guard early, you can survive kind of 2 big bastion turns without much of a fuss, right?
So the whole point is like, when your opponent's hitting for those like 30, 40k numbers, you don't want to guard them. You just want to take it. It's 1 damage. 15k, 5k guard, or like 30k guard. It's still 1 damage. Okay. So, yep. Resolve start, CB2. Like, even with this CB2 play, you can just technically play vanilla. If you have, like, rear guards.
Oh, he gets it. Okay. He gets the 3 Shadow Army tokens, commits a Bobamine. Bobamine. Swings in. Big damage. Are you coming? No triggers?
Draw trigger. Oh. Wrecked.
It's a heal.
Is that heal?
It's a heal, but nothing goes off. Takes it again. Nothing. Is he going to take another one? I think he can guard this one. He's got a 15k in his hand.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you?
He should guard with the colourful one, right? Because he triggered that the previous turn. So otherwise you'd be giving too much information, man.
Well done, man. This is your local VGCS.
You still have to play correctly, man. So this is the correct crit to drop. Because he triggered that the previous... Oh no, he takes it. He goes straight to 5.
Watch.
Both players playing so greedy with their damage, man. I don't know. I feel that could be a bit too greedy. What do you think?
I think, yeah. Like, I don't know what you gain from going to 5 damage there. Because the thing is, if you're going for the, the double heal play and stuff like that, you are still with... You're not going to use all that counter blast in that 1 turn. Yeah, I don't see it, but...
I mean, if you're at 4, right, you can still double Alden. The only thing that's a 5th damage dodge is like Alden.
Yeah, you're not going to use 5 CBs in 1 turn, or maybe he will.
He might, but your hand is good.
Crit, anyways, to ride. Or maybe he just doesn't want to discard anything. That's the other possibility.
His hand is too good.
Yeah, he's going to drop like 2 Aldens, I think, at least. And maybe he's got like a bunch of Persona rides and nulls, so you don't really want to discard them for riding.
Are we looking at double Alden? No, maybe double
yeah, he's double Alden. Yeah, I think it's double Alden pay.
Oh.
But We'll see if he gets the Dark Strains, because otherwise it's not that scary.
Can he even use a Dark Strain?
Not through a Out of Soul.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs a Fluke.
I still think you wouldn't use it. Is it a bit too early to use Dark Strain?
No, because if you have Persona right next turn, you maintain the pressure next turn.
Okay, alright.
So if you do a power play
does
this
have a
turn
Dark
and
Strain.
next turn, I think you can win.
He does have a Dark Strain and a Refluke.
Yep. And a Fluke.
They're at the very right-hand cards of the deck.
Still keeps one.
He's thinking about it. Oh,
Yeah.
he's just swinging it.
He's like, oh, I might have gone too far.
He's going for the pokes. You know, the pokes.
So that gets Fluke's power, so it's hitting for 25.
Guards
I think I see an overtrigger in Raiden's hand.
Looks like we won't get to see it. Brandgate overtrigger. The most deadly overtrigger out of all the
You just use it to gut now, actually.
I think he might be forced to.
Nah.
No? Just 2 to pass?
2 to pass. Classic against Bastion.
Ooh.
Whoa, okay.
Drops an extra. Did you see that?
The break? Did you say 2 to break?
Do you put it on Vanguard? Do you just deal 1 damage?
Oh no, not like this.
I think you just deal 1 damage, right? Like,
yeah, you definitely deal a damage. Oh no, but he might want to double attack with the Alden twice. Because he gets the restand, potentially.
I think you double attack with the facade, right?
It's a bit hard, yeah.
So you deal 1 damage, you can still attack regards, right?
I think you get power to Vanguard, yeah, you gotta break that to...
Crit to Vanguard!
He doesn't get a restand at the moment, but that's 2 damage.
No, Alden can still do it.
Yeah. Let's get some power front.
The double power! Oh, look at this!
This crazy turns, man. So Alden's only hitting for like what? 15, 20, 30k? It's only 30k. So 30 to 33. At the moment, it's 1 to break.
Wow.
30 to 33. All right.
Brandgate
OT. If he doesn't get a great 3, it's actually pretty funny.
Dude, that means he has 4 triggers in a row, dude. I don't know. That's pretty fun. That's pretty good already, right?
You can.
Oh, he still gets it.
Restand, doesn't matter. So he'll just restand the Alden.
Yeah, restand the Alden and they get 2 more triggers, right?
For 50 actually, because he gets 10k from Bastion's effect. So
okay, look at this.
One more swing, 50k Alden. 30.
Look at is there 2 more triggers coming? Is this the Derek Dow sack, bro?
50 to 33.
Is he never got it? He's never got it.
No,
wow, that was that a good game?
That was so... Oh, I feel for you in, Derek. I don't have to do that. It's been normally, but... Over trigger on 2 to break. That was like... It's like the big villain move, right? It's like... You underestimated me.
Derek sends me a message. He needs a shower.
Yeah, you do, man. Oh my god. Go home and get a shower.
Derek.
Oh my god. So, alright. Was that top 4?
That was top 4.
So Derek made it to finals with Bastion.
Yes. And the last game is between Hexa and Bruce.
Hexa and Bruce. Cool.
So I think that will last a bit longer. But,
this is a very fast game, both games actually.
Yeah, of course, right? They were literally done in like the first grade 3 turn.
I didn't expect that turn to end. That was turn 3. That was turn 3 win, isn't it?
That was a turn 3 win. That was
turn 3 win. But yeah, guys, remember if it's an unboosted Vanguard swing, 50k shielded, it's not worth the crit. Not worth the crit.
Yeah, like
I would say that costed the game.
Yes, yeah. So we can say how over triggers were like so broken, which they are. Of course, they're really strong. But again, that also if he guarded earlier, right? If Raiden guarded earlier, he wouldn't have taken the crit.
That's right.
He might just be on 1 damage.
Yep. He'll be in a better spot to like take those damages. Maybe you don't even have to go to break the Vanguard or the
Yeah.
much. You're free to take some of the bigger swings.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like he probably would have gone to 5, right? He probably
Yeah,
would have
yeah,
gone to
yeah.
5 damage, and it feel
Yeah.
bad, right? He just got like 6 cards into his hand, but the game.
but
wouldn't
hey,
be
you're
over.
still in the game. You can still trigger more heals later on. You might get an over trigger. So you gotta give yourself those chances to win the game.
Guarding early is so huge right now, and that's why like
Yeah,
boosting
yeah.
early is also a big thing. Hitting that 10k threshold is pretty important, just to make it harder for your opponent cards so you can get those crits in. But if you make it easy and your opponent doesn't take it, he just doesn't throw down a 15k. If you get a crit, then it's kind of your fault. Or maybe the hand was
exactly.
bad, right? The
Yeah,
hand was
you say,
bad.
oh, they sack atop their crit. Yes, true, but you also could have avoided mission. But yeah, take it with a grain of salt.
Like the thing is, it's not like previous formats, right? Where okay, 1 damage can snowball into big things, and giving 2 damage can snowball into bigger things, right? Or you can do a lot with your resources. In standard right now, you can't really do that much with CB. So if you can kind of guard it, it is always safe to guard it, right? Rather than just taking a whole bunch of damage and then suddenly you're like 1 turn short, 1 turn quicker to dying, right?
Yep.
Or 1 turn less to play with. So yeah. Once a Bruce player got over trigger on grade 1 turn, yeah, it happens, man. Happens, bro. Yeah.
It's like, imagine if you play like, I don't know, if it's in Saki, there's like this one character that I only play Dark States and always get my OT on my 70% chance of something crazy.
That was Raz Dog.
Oh, I got murdered. Yeah, I know. I think yeah, he didn't do much justice to you, man.
Yeah, that was pretty dirty, bruh.
Yeah. That was a savage turn.
Alright, so what do you guys want to see at the finals? Do you want to see Bastion verse? Do you have a choice between Bruce or Hexa Orb?
Well, either way, it's gonna be like either the big 2Bs or the 2-getter deck.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Hexa Orb, to be honest, because
Hexa was pretty cool.
like, to counter Derek's luck, we need someone else that is also pretty lucky as well.
Yep.
But
hey, technically, Derek already achieved what he wanted to do. He wanted to play. Already got by getting to finals, so congrats.
Hey, can he even get the playmat though? I think he has to pass down the playmat.
I think you have to pass it down. Come on. Oh no! Oh, it's gonna start like arguing.
Well, no, then like 3rd and 4th place should play off, right?
Oh yeah.
So Razdog, and whoever loses should play off.
Makes it all more exciting. Or maybe we can like maybe we do the finals first and then both games. We'll see how they go.
Okay. Let me double check with Derek on what's happening.
I'm pretty sure we're still waiting for the other table. We can move cameras, unfortunately. So we will see what the update is from him.
Derek needs a nerf, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's pretty strong. He's quite strong.
Pretty consistent as well.
So when are we getting premium coverage? I think for VGCS, most of them are going to be standard. Wait, like, for premium, we at least need to wait for a ban list, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Otherwise, the moment you'll see like some, it's gonna be all these same decks doing either like loops, stomps, or.
I feel like right now, we kind of know what is really broken, but at the same time, making a custom ban list for a tournament is pretty. It's like. It's not that great
like,
yet. So
yeah, it's a bit ambiguous. If you want to do that, I probably will just play within. You can stream some of the practice games. I've been doing that on Twitch, so
I know some players have been doing their own tournaments with what you call it, less switch, like a custom ban list, right?
Yeah. I think Vision has been doing some of them as well. I remember some of the results. They say you can't use certain combinations. So, everyone's got their own take on what needs to get hit. But I think there's a general consensus on at least like 4 or 5 cards.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
I think we have an unlucky cert, so maybe I think fourth place is like a. I think fourth place gets the unlucky cert, right? Because they'll miss out
Oh,
on the.
on the map because they're tough. We sure need to release a nerf Derek patch. Maybe.
Yeah, I've been into the game since day one, but I won't touch premium because there is so much for me to be aware of. I think that's the general like consensus that people have when they're afraid of premium. But it's kind of like if you, I'm not sure if this is a good analogy, but if you think of premium as a test, right? There's only certain parts of that subject that they will test you on, right? So if you think of English, right, or language or history, right, there is a lot of history, but they won't test you on all the history. There is only certain parts of history they'll test you on.
Well,
So as long as you know, as long as you know what is being tested on, i.e. the meta, then you can kind of be prepared for that, right?
Well, you gotta cover it from both sides. Like one from like memorizing, and one's just like trust your own guts. So in that sense, you gotta like learn the.
I think you're cutting out, Kelvin.
Oh, okay. Hello.
You probably set up that setting, the filters, and you're all talking loud enough.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so finish what you just said, because it cut up halfway through.
So I think with if you use the exam analogy, it's like you gotta prepare some of the things that you just have to remember, hard remember, and some of the rest you just trust your own guts and
Yeah.
you bring a deck, some certain matchups not to give damage on. The others, just play the game, do what your deck does, and that should win you the game.
I think we need more interactions during the opponent's turn. There's actually quite a few interactions. I think really a lot of decks right now have a lot of interactions already.
So that's actually the more, I guess, appealing part of Prim that we've all been pushing. Like, how you can... G-Guard is such a great mechanic, and you can do all... any denial. But that's also why we don't like these decks that, play around it whatsoever. They'll just eat 5 damage. So yeah, I really do want to see Premium in a state where, decks actually just go in the constant tug of war between each other instead of just like, oh, I got my combo, I win.
I think so mixing the different designs, I think we're slowly starting to see that in Standard, which is pretty interesting. Like today we saw Eugene mixing Virena Arcs in the deck. In set 2, we're going to see Prison merging with the World cards as well. So we're starting to see that, which is pretty interesting, and it's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, but it has been done. If you want to pick the first one, probably like Magnolia and Zorga. Like Zorgnolia is a pretty cool mix, even though it's just like the right chain, but you also have to put in a bunch of orders in the deck.
Yep. So I think we're seeing that in Standard, and in Premium it's just there's a bigger card pool, so that you're going to see a lot more things. So that's pretty cool, right? Link Joker need to lock 1 front row G Guardian. I think that's pretty strong.
Yeah,
it's pretty strong. I mean, sure, Kaguru gets one as well, but Harry has like Denial Griffin. But I think just retire is like versus a lock.
I think with Vanguard in the beginning they keep a pretty decent balance, as in like if your deck does removal or just like small stops, then your offensive power is not as big. But now that we're gonna incorporate D cards into it, it's gonna get a bit more difficult to keep that sort of individuality, like the sort of personality of each deck.
Yeah. One other thing is someone asked the top 8. The top 8 for this was 2 Bastions, 2 Bruce, 1 Eugene, 1 Hexa Orb, 1 Orphist, and 1 Nirvana. And then in top 4 it was 1 Bastion, 1 Orphist, 1 Hexa, and 1 Bruce. So now in finals there is only 1 Bastion left, and we're waiting for the second
other
deck.
top 4.
Yep. So pass. Yeah. So what's gonna happen with the mat is, since Derek is part of WCC, he's gonna pass it down. to second and third place, and then the fourth person just gets the unlucky cert because he didn't get the map. He's the unluckiest one out of them all.
At your chance.
Yeah. Other thing to note that with the certificates that we give out at the WCC VGCS, if you look at it, you have the general certificate stuff, right? It's like congratulations, you came first place, things like that, right? But on the side there is a unit, and the winners, the top 3 of each tournament, gets to pick the unit that they want from their deck. Usually, that was from before. We might change it now because of overdress, but before they would pick the unit that they want. The first place winner gets to pick a grade 3, second place gets to pick a grade 2, and then third place gets to pick a grade 1, and that becomes the unit for the next certificate. So if you really want, you can put really mean cards as your certificate card to pass it down to the next player. Unfortunately,
you win it next.
for the next one, unless you win the next one, then I don't know, you won your own meme, right? But funnily, for last Perth VGCS, which was quite a while ago, that was still a V. There were 3 Luard decks that won. So basically, every cert is just a Luard. It's like a Luard. Second place is a Morfessa, and then third place was a Brandwin.
Wow.
So, not much choice there, but I think we're gonna change it up a bit for the future. But it gives you an incentive to like kind of, if I come third, I get to pick what is on the next cert.
Well, you get to put your mark into the tournament. How cool is that?
That's right. And
Luard ride line.
The Luard ride line, pretty much. And then there is one unlucky cert that we give out. Generally, we decide to do it based on points.
We pick arts.
Yeah, we get to pick what goes on the unlucky cert.
Yep, you don't get to pick.
Yeah, you don't get to pick. This one today was Obaria. So the Cray Elemental. Is it a Cray Elemental? Yeah, the Cray Elemental Overtrigger for the unlucky.
Oh, it's pretty plain. That's not really unlucky, is it?
No, it is unlucky. If you get Overtriggered every game, then of course you're unlucky, right?
In your face. Lost to Overtrigger.
Yeah. Yeah, so apparently the other game is quite slow at the moment. We can continue talking, it's fine. But you can ask questions in chat. Apparently Hexa Orb won game 1, and they're finally moving on to game 2.
Whoa. Long games. Long games.
Well, it's like Bruce versus Hexa, right?
Bruce, yeah.
Like Bruce is gonna sit there for like just farming hand, and Hexa's gonna sit there going, draw, triple drive. Yeah,
it's a bit funny because both decks sort of push around the same turns. So when Hexa Orb starts pushing, Bruce will already start having like a decent hand to guard it. And yeah, when I don't know, actually, really, if you go first as Hexa, I think you can smack Bruce pretty hard.
Yeah, if you were first, right? You get that one turn for free, where you can just bash on Bruce, and then you can kind of destabilize him enough for you to win. But if you're second, then it's a bit tough because Bruce gets to final rush earlier. They can't start to like grind, get the protobulbs out and grind hand. So then the game can go.
They can just like double null you, and you're like, oh, I feel bad.
Yeah, they should have moved the camera table for game 2. I can't because
things a bit difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, moving the setup is pretty hard, and the what you call it, the lighting can get worse. I mean, it's not great now, unfortunately, but before it was literally just glare everywhere. Should be a prize for winning worlds. Pick a card to become a stride in premium collection. Well, I think in Magic the Gathering they did that at some point, right? Where the winner got their likeness featured on a card later on. And that's why you had broken cards like Snapcaster Mage. And I think all the winner cards were relatively pretty good. But yeah, they got their likeness. I don't know if they do that now. I don't think they do. But yeah, those cards that they featured were very strong. Or was it the Player of the Year? Something like that. But yeah, that would be a cool thing to do, right? You know, you get your likeness featured on a card. It'd be kind of weird for Vanguard, though, I guess. Because, I mean...
Like what?
Well, actually, it won't be weird, right? What it's like, you want to be what clan do you want to be? Right? What nation do you want to be? Do you want to be in Dragon Empire? Well, you can just be a dude, right? If you want to be Ket is easy, right? Everyone's like just people there. For Stoy K, you can be like a zombie, right? You can be a zombie. Brad Gay,
you can do something simple, even just like a starting grade 0.
yeah, things like
Something
that.
simple
That'd be
works
pretty
with
cool.
any deck.
Yeah.
Or a trigger, like a crit. Do you want to be a crit or a heal? Like, no,
Yeah.
I want to be an over trigger. It's like, oh, this guy.
With the new Dragon Empire ride line, has your friendship with Nirvana and Overlord ended? Well, the new Dragon Empire card does look pretty cool. But
Well,
actually,
you get a null. So
no. They mean the new start deck.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like the best, I think, out of all of them.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I haven't been playing much Nirvana as my deck of choice.
Which is surprising. I thought like you liked the I can't spell that new triple R. Verge?
Urger.
Urger, yeah. Urger.
No, I'm talking about just in general, right? I haven't. I think I'm just like for set 1 especially. Like I think set 1 Nirvana was not very great.
Yeah.
But I mean, like all of set 1, I'm just playing Bastion, and I've been liking Bastion quite a lot. So overall, I think like it looks decent. I still want to see what it does, though. Right? If you want to build decks just because they look cool, yeah, sure, you can do it. But I think for us, we get all the decks anyway, so we just split it and try it out. And yeah, so
Gotta try everything.
we'll try everything. But like personally, I wasn't that cool with like Overlord. It just feels very boring playing it in set 2. I mean, coming from a Bastion player, right? It's like, wow, Overlord boring.
Like, I don't know, like a lot of people say like, oh, Bastion's like herder, no brain. But actually there's a lot of like small interactions
yeah.
that, you know, really pushes like some of the players out of the curve.
Yes, it's true. What's your opinion on Blaze Monk Damari in Nirvana? So, I think originally Damari was considered to be a pretty good card because you can make another grade 0 for the multi-attack, right? But so far, I think in a lot of the builds I've seen is that they've taken it out just because it's kind of clunky. It pushes your reliance on the Persona Ride turn to make possibly an extra attack that is not that great anyway. So you'd much rather just run other stuff, and you can run things like just the original Virina, right? So you think Virina is not great anymore. It's being replaced by Urza, but Virina by itself it still hits like 20k, and then with the Nirvana Power Boost hits 30k, and with the Nirvana Power Boost Counterblast 1 plus 10k to your Urza stuff, you can use it more freely now simply because Urza does do a counter charge to it. So there's more options there that you can do, basically. So
And you can just trade in.
yeah, if you run the Horn of Blessing, it's pretty much just trade in to go through a deck, but it's still a 30k, and 30k hitting big wins games, right? So
Like sometimes you have all DCB and you're like, what do I do with all DCB?
yeah, and also you sometimes do have an excess of soul because if you run 4 Togashimashi,
Yeah, that card's busted.
your soul goes up huge, right? It goes very, very big. So you do sometimes get an excess of soul, and you might as well retire something. VGCS aren't official events. No, they are not official events. Pretty much run out of everyone's pockets.
Well, it doesn't have to be pockets. It's just like, you know, time and effort.
Well, time is money.
Time is money.
But yeah, no, these are VGCS are generally just community run events.
You can think of them as like community events.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Just like
Sometimes people, I think in Japan, they basically, they have a lot of players centralized in Japan, so the prizes are really, really good. I've seen people win like consoles, like Switches and things like that, but that's because like you get like 100, sometimes 128 teams joining the event. So that means like 120 times 3. That's a lot of money that you can throw around, right? So that money usually just goes to venue, to like prizes. So yeah, they're generally pretty big events, and a lot of the big players overseas or in Japan does actually attend them, and they're treated like quite a big tournament.
Yeah. And actually, it being unofficial is the sort of like a drawing point, because then you can tie it in with different sort of prizes. You're not restricted by, I guess, certain standards that has to be put in place by the official tournaments. So yeah, there's a lot more freedom in what you can do, like giving out the playmats, for example.
That's right. That's right. And I think like the format can be different, right? So usually for a lot of, especially in Bushiroad JP, but I think this is changing. But they like running best of ones. But VGCS usually can do whatever they want, which is like best of threes. I think
do cool stuff like bring 3 decks and you gotta do best of 3 with that. Some really wonky, like really cool stuff you can do.
I think recently, for like before the pandemic, like for VMCs and things like that, they were doing best of threes in the major tournaments. So that kind of mindset from Bushiroad is changing, and hopefully we can see in the future for SEA as well. The biggest thing is time. Like Bushiroad is afraid of time, so it's kind of like they want to be on time. They want to make sure everything finished quickly, but hopefully maybe for like the next BSFO or something, we can see like a best of 3 for like at least a top card. Right, I think that's like step by step, right? Step by step.
Yeah. No, I think they know that it is a desirable thing. Players, but yeah, if you have to run your things on schedule, previously they're getting a lot better on like event. Make things a bit tighter. But with COVID, you got to put more buffer and give yourself a bit more room in case of like things that are happening, or you have to like set up the tables in a different way. So yeah, we just don't have the luxury of time, unfortunately.
VGCS is sponsored by Job. Yes, that is kind of correct.
Yeah.
There is a third ride line. I know nothing about it. Yeah, they released the start deck. Well, they released a picture of the start deck last Tuesday. So there is going to be a third Dragon Empire ride line, and it's like the Mikos, right? It's the Shrine Maidens. So that's pretty cool. Those prize for worlds in UFS, they give you like 50 copies so you can give them to your friends.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. that's pretty cool. I won. Like power of friendship. Here's some promos. Do you think we're getting closer to convincing Bushiroad to do more best of 3? I think we
so.
are. You have to forget, like, a lot of people forget, Bushiroad is a big company, right? People just think Bushiroad is like it's just card game company, but they literally do everything, right? They literally do everything. So when you're a big company, changes are kind of slow, and you have to make sure, like, if we want to do a change, or if you want to do a change in a big company, everything is like correct, you have approval and all that. So changes will be slow. Will be slow.
Like, you gotta make sure everyone's happy first, though, unless you get all the green tea, and that can take some time.
In terms of like changes, I think, well, if we look at the Japan side, they're definitely changing. Like, if you look at their main games, if we just look at like Weiss Schwartz and Vanguard, they're big tournaments. When you get to the over the regional level, right? When you're getting into like the nationals level, and even for the world level, they are doing best of 3s, at least in their top cuts. Even for Weiss Schwartz, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Because Weiss Schwartz has always been a best of 1 game. So that's happening in Japan. In the West, I think the West might be a bit more difficult because...
Okay, maybe not so much the West. Like, we're talking about global, English, Vanguard, and Weiss. So the thing with Bushiroad running globally, I think most of their regions sort of have their way of doing something. We don't really have something standardized across all regions, but maybe they're working towards that. So sometimes you do get like Bushiroad people running it, but also sometimes you get them getting a different agency running it. So I think we are moving towards that more. Let's make competitive a more, I guess, we want competitive scene to be good, right? We want players to enjoy it, etc. But what's the correct formula to do it in all regions? I'm still
Well,
maybe I'll
like
say 60-70% getting there.
here's the thing: in Australia, our BCS have been run in a best of 3 format.
Yes,
But that's
how many years has it been?
for a lot of years now.
Like 6, 7, 8
Yeah.
years? Yeah, best of 3.
But
Been loving it.
that's a combination of the TO, our tournament organizer. He actually cares about the competitive scene, and he has a good track record for running the competitive scene for a very long time. So it looks like, Bouchard is quite happy for him to do that, I guess. So that's why we get a best of 3 in our region. Whether that is the same in other regions, probably not, right? Like your TO probably follows the guidelines set by Bouchard, and that's what they do. So
I mean, in the end, if you want to do something, doesn't mean you can just
you cut out
the team. Hello.
Yeah.
Right. So, we say about having best of 3. Yes, it is desirable in a lot of situations, but just because you want it doesn't mean you got to make sure your team can run it. Everything's got to be on time. You have enough resources to do it. Your player numbers will fit in just about right to your day schedule. You don't finish at 2 a.m. or some crazy hours.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that comes into
I think like it comes down to you have to kind of make the change at your local level. Get everyone, not just the players to be interested in Vanguard, but also the people organizing it, right? Because they're the ones setting the rules, right? They're going, do you guys want best of 1 or best of 3? But when they look at it, they go, best of 1's probably fine. But if your local area is going, we really desire this, can you do it that? And they go, okay, I'm taking interest in the game. I'm putting interest in the players and forming good relationship plays. Then from there, you'll start seeing change. And if, it's other countries are quite big, right? United States, Europe, things like that. There's going to need a big change there as well. But you start locally and kind of get the mindset changing. Get local retailers, your friendly local game shop, to be interested in the game as well. Don't make it so, Vanguard, that's just the game after all these other big 3 games, right? Get them interested in it, right? They go, okay, this game's really interesting. Maybe you should try, give it a go. Get them interested, and then they might change their minds around that too, right? So step by step. Good night or good morning, Wiley. Had fun sleeping. How would I go about making a VGCS happen at my local store? Just
message us.
Make a tournament, right?
Yes.
A VGCS, you don't need to have any organizations starting a VGCS or anything like that. Just start it yourself, right? That's the easiest way to start a VGCS. Turn your local monthly tournament, the bigger tournament, into an even bigger tournament, right? Get people, it just comes down to numbers. How many people want to join your tournament? And then where can you allocate that, the prize money? Can that turn into better prizes or things like that?
So basically, if you've got great ideas and you've sort of worked out, all right, this will attract the players. This will work out nicely for the shop. This will get maybe players from different cities or interstates. You should definitely try out those ideas. Definitely assess them first, of course.
Yeah.
And
who won? Right on a Derek. Derek won.
With an overtrigger.
Overtrigger crit. What does VGCS stand for? It's Vanguard Championship Series. But it's just you could literally change those that thing to mean community series. Anyway, it's I think it's usually Championship Series, but it could be anything you want.
I think it's just the name that sort of was coined from the Japanese communities. That's how they abbreviate.
Like the VG is just Vanguard. So if you want to do a Y Shorts
WCS,
it's just it's WSCS, things like that.
It's just a bit harder to spell.
Yeah. It really stems from the fact that if you look at the other tournaments, right? Like Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, they already have a lot of big tournaments because their community is quite big, right? But Vanguard, there's
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, Vanguard Counter-Strike. There's Vanguard. There's a lot of the community that wants the competitive side of it to grow more. So they started it. And like, to be honest, that comes back down to like, you know, building a community and building change, right? Is that a lot of these VGCSs turn into what, like VMC qualifiers as well last year. So people could join them and then qualify for a bigger tournament. So that's pretty good. That's like making change at your local level. What I was talking before. So yeah, that's important. You guys hyped for that HoloLive in Weiss? Yes, I'm pretty sure we're pretty hyped.
Already got it, so
Wow, it's got that.
I mean, I still haven't sorted my whole life victory VS decks. It's still staring there.
It's probably that only 2 stores in my area have locals on the same day. Playbase is split. It happens. What you can do is like you can run the bigger tournament on the other day, right?
Or you can have like them alternating, like say this week one store, second week picks one, or you can even like, I don't know, some sort of shop battle.
Yeah,
champions of each shop. There's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of things that you can try.
I mean, like, I think Melbourne had like those shop battles ones.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Did we ever do a shop battle in Sydney? I think we kind of did something like that, right?
We did do something with the like it was an anime convention. We did
yes.
shop challenge.
Yeah, we had
basically winners of each shop get some sort of like special invite and sort of finals of champions.
Yeah, at the convention. It was pretty fun. I think it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to buy both English and Japanese HoloLive? Well, depends how good it is. Right?
Is that it? Do you actually care how good it is?
The thing is, I already have Kaguya and 7 Deadly Sins in English.
Yeah, we have the 7 Deadly Sins. You're building it?
I bought it.
Okay, fine. Yeah. I guess with Japanese, it's almost I think it's 100% yes. With English, it really depends whether we want to buy, I guess, the second copy of the set in English.
Pretty sure if it's meta, Kelvin will get it.
I think with HoloLive, I'm expecting it to get at least 3. It's gonna be a big investment regardless. I'm not gonna full foil it. No way.
I would have full foil it. I would have full foil the Japanese HoloLive.
Like I've mentioned this before, wanting something and achieving something, different things.
Hey, well, I think full foiling is a misplay though, because you waste money, and it's not like your luck gets better. I think your luck gets worse.
I actually don't like bendy cards. I remember playing the Prism deck for the remote fight, and I think I took off all the foil cards for like PRs and like rares and like, you know, the Lizelots. Everything has to be non-foil.
Wow. A new store came up and put his locals on the same day. It happens, right?
It's hard to do. Like in the end, each shop is their own business, and it's very hard to say, you know, I'm gonna run my event on a less optimum day. So it's really hard to make 2 businesses work together, to be honest. But you gotta start with your community, you know. If you play nice with everyone, and maybe you can convince them to like, what if you have your event on Saturday and Sunday for the other one? Might work.
Yeah. Super excited to be playing again. Local shop is having our first one in like 4 months because of look. That's good.
Ooh, yeah, that's good that they're revitalizing things.
I mean, hey, we had our VGCS like supposed to happen like 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Yep. And the week before that, we had like a massive. Even Darcy, like fellow WCC member, came all the way from Canberra just for that tournament, and it was great. It was a great event. Then the week after that, we are back to lockdown.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad. Like the timing of this latest lockdown has been latest outbreak has been a pretty bad time. It's honestly just been really bad. So, pretty unfortunate.
Yes.
There are other VGCSs coming up, so keep your eyes peeled on them.
We'll be announcing a fair bit of them soon. Yeah. We'll see, depending on which series are getting out of it.
They won't be in Australia. I think maybe there's one in Europe, right? And maybe there's one in America.
Europe, yeah. I think we have 2 in America. I think
Okay.
we'll see.
I'm gonna check with Derek if we're gonna go to a game 3 or not, because apparently game 2 is nearly done.
Oh, okay, exciting. We've got a question from Mr. Samboy. I think pretty sure we'll do a second set of one of the English exclusive sets. It's a bit hard. The thing with Wise releases, they're always tied to use like a new anime or a new game, and they get the license when they think the series will be popular. So unless the title itself gets some sort of new project, it will be a bit difficult to justify why we're giving it a second set. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of depends, eh? Second set of the English exclusive ones. What English? So we're getting Ruby for the English exclusive one.
Yeah, actually, you'll get a lot of English sets, English exclusive. So you can expect those to get continual support because you've sort of seen them. They decide they're gonna go hard into it. But things like CCS, that's gonna be a bit difficult to get a second set, I think.
Yeah, it really depends on the reception, right? Like, I don't know how deep they're gonna go for Seven Deadly Sins, right? Because
that's true.
I feel like it's a big series, and they're not gonna cover all of it in that one set that we're getting. So,
possibly.
Yeah, there is potential for like more sets, but you have to remember, right? A second set usually sells less than the first set. I think, right? That's like not based on anything, but just like overall, how do you call it?
Yeah, the only exceptions like when you have like crazy popular ones, like let's say Konosuba, that one's special.
Oh, okay.
Like the seasons get better and better as you go.
I think like season 2 Konosuba was pretty big, right? Like Konosuba was gonna just like a sleeper anime.
Yeah.
And then it became pretty huge for what it was.
Yes.
Like looks super low budget, but got a lot of support. So it doesn't really happen, right? It feels like a super big set, right? Like if let's say Hololive ever gets a second set, and it's still quite popular, I can expect that coming to English as well. I mean, we've seen a lot of sets do get their second sets come out that aren't English exclusive. So I can only imagine that if an English exclusive set does sell very, very well, then it's quite possible they could make a second set if they have the material for it, right?
I've got one good one. So you know, like how in Japan you get Data Life and then you get the Data Bullet, and you can mix them, right?
Yeah.
But in theory, Data Life set 1 was just season 1 of the anime, and Data Bullet is like a random
spin-off,
movie.
Right?
Yeah. So that anime has 4 seasons, you know.
Oh.
They've still got so many materials they can pump out. You know.
I mean, Symphogear has been like heaps.
Yeah. Symphogear has like something like 100 episodes, I think. I don't know, 5, 6 seasons, maybe more. Oh man.
Okay, so I have an update. Hexaorb 2.0 Bruce.
Wow, Hexaorb, crazy.
Wow,
that's actually what I really wanted.
So we can see the two
mirror.
The two Amatanoas going at it next round. We'll just
OT.
Yeah, we'll just continue with some of the questions before we swap to the game because I think they're just setting up now. Due to recent events, do you think we'll see some Coco in the Hololive Weiss? I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll still be in there. And like, but when they got the license, and I mean, even now she's still part of the package.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is no reason to cut her. So, yeah, you better hope you crack Coco's because they'll probably go up in price quite a lot.
Oh man, can't wait for my carton.
How many cartons?
Hours or in total? I think in total there was something like 16 carton order.
Wow,
combined.
16 cartons.
Not us, by the way. It's just a group of friends.
Wow, 16 cartons. It's
man.
crazy.
It's gonna be
You're not thinking in boxes anymore. It's
dude, boxes.
Boxes were last year. Now we're going cartons. Soon we'll go by pallets. Right. We need 16 pallets.
The MasterCard.
That's not even a MasterCard anymore. We're talking about pallets, dude. That's like 16 cartons.
It's like shipping containers of Hololive.
Shipping containers of Hololive containers. Yeah. All right.
I think they're getting ready.
So do you guys want Hexa Orb to win, or do you guys want Derek to win with the?
Wow, it's not even Bastion, is it?
The old Bastion deck, huh? It's Bastion versus Hexa Orb.
Like, well, player. Oh, he just threw the deck box like that. Player wise and deck wise, I think Derek is the favorite pick here. But you know, this is Overdress.
Yes, anything can happen in Overdress. Like, one thing also is, I think Hexa Orb is running Rooks, right? If I recall correctly. So he actually has cards that he can put down at grade 2. If he goes first, he can technically do some rush before Derek could do anything. But we have seen Derek just trigger a draw trigger and ending the entire turn.
Yep.
So yeah, but there are, you can pressure Bastion a bit if you're going first. If you don't, then I think you're just gonna eat damage. I want to see Hexa hit the over trigger. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of over triggers today, man.
Oh yeah.
There's over triggers galore. Right, this is over triggers galore. So I think we can head there. Look, we can swap to the game as they're setting up.
That's Derek on the right.
So I can set up the names. So I don't have to actually change Derek's name, which is great. But I can just have to change Mr. Player. This is Jeremy, if I recall correctly. Jeremy. Let's remove the dub for Derek. Derek for the win all day, every day. I've met him once a long time ago and helped me complete my Spectral Duke Dragon deck before a tournament because on the day I was short on some numbers. Wow, what a good guy. Is this which Spectral Duke? Is this V Spectral Duke or OG Spectral Duke?
OG Spectral. Wow, if that's OG, that is a long time.
Yeah, a long time ago. All right. Are we gonna see a dice roll? Did they roll dice yet?
I think they're still power shuffling, so we still got a bit some time.
Wow.
OG! Wow.
OG,
yeah, that is a long time ago.
Think about it, right? This is like, that was one of the first few sets for English, right? Because they got their order changed.
English.
So, yeah.
Actually, I don't know whether Perth ever got to the Japanese side.
I heard from Derek they did. He did play with some Japanese cards at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. Was my first tournament, and he was like, "Dude, you need 4 copies of this and this, and here, take them." Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
It's like, wow, Derek's a chat. Always been.
I had two or three of a lot of cards, like Spectral himself. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want like the right chain and stuff.
Yeah, even when he was younger, he was still helping people out. That's how you become not just a good player, but a great player.
Not just a great player, but a great person.
Great person, right? It's like, I think a lot of people like have the idea that a lot of the top players are like big elitists and stuff, but no, not all of them are, right? Not all. A lot of people are just fine young chaps. You just need to talk with them and get along, and it's all good, right?
They don't have to be young.
Yeah.
Just chaps.
True. They just have to be chaps. Right? They just have to be chaps. Well, they don't have to be chaps either. They could be anyone. They could be any persons that they want. They just be good people all around, right?
People.
Derek is the IRL Kai Toshiki. No, that would be different because Derek never plays Overlord. He never plays Overlord, and his communication skills are way better than Anime Kai. Help me out. I was really nervous. Didn't know anyone there. Did the 7-hour road trip. Wow, 7-hour road trip.
7 hour, jeez.
Yeah, really awesome, even though I didn't know. Where? Do you live in another state? That's like really far.
No, WA is massive. You gotta remember.
It is massive, but it's like, it'd be like from another city, right?
Oh, different fights still here on.
Oh, he placed 4th. Good job, man. Good job.
Nice. Yeah, that would be an amazing weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when we used to do a lot of those trips. It's really fun.
Yeah, not a 7-hour road trip, but you know,
Not 7
like,
hours. We did like
driving to Canberra.
2 hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those team road trips are always really fun. Like taking the plane to New Zealand.
Oh yeah. One time wasn't too fun for me. Oh, well, did it to myself.
Yes. Well,
Right,
the other time you
That's the
flew to
handshake.
Perth, so that's where you made. Otherwise, you wouldn't have met Derek. So,
That's true.
oh, Bastion going first.
Ooh.
That is not good for Jeremy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What will Jeremy do? It'd be nice if he like saves like a trigger in his hand, so he can guard the first attack. Unless Derek triggers a draw, right?
It depends because he knows like the Hexa matchup, so you can actually take this one. It's not as devastating against like some other decks.
Can you really take this one though, right? Like
It really depends because like you do expect next turn. Well, we'll see.
I mean, let's see.
I honestly think you can.
Does
Yeah,
he
see,
get
because he's got Solaria to like sort of refund him some of,
okay, yeah.
and we'll see if the check top deck pays
Gets
off.
an order. Oh,
Nice.
Gets a crocodile.
So, okay. I would actually be very heel trigger. There you go, just paid off right just like that.
Look at that massive refund, man.
That's
Derek
why
draw for starter?
I'm really enjoying the
Derek did a draw
Cocabiel.
from starter. Hang on.
Oh,
Yo.
can you check messages? 1 sec.
I think they're.
I think it
I think
did
they're
draw.
sorting it out now.
No, I think I remember him picking a card from his top deck though. Oh no, but he didn't. Yeah, when he rides, he didn't get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think they're sorting it now. We'll let Derek sort it out. He has the chat up, so I think he's seen it.
Cool.
Oh, was it crit or?
No, because attack twice.
it
But
took
the first
2.
damage is the heal trigger, so it goes to 18, and then Cocabiel swings for 23. So it's like whether he wants to guard the 23 to 18 or not. So Vanguard swings, chooses whether he wants to guard or not.
I think they're complicating it.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I think Derek's sort of like trying to remember Jeremy's hand, but I think Jeremy's actually shuffled it, so the order is actually different.
It's fine. Okay, so that's the card he draws.
Yeah. And the damage check was like that was the first one. That's the second one.
Okay, so it's sorted. It's sorted.
And then he draws. Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
so it's all sorted, boys. The magic, right? Yeah, it's all resolved. Message. Man, if don't make sure to draw for your starter at big tournaments, at big official tournaments, or otherwise, people aren't as nice as Derek. All right, people aren't as nice as Derek.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some crazy fools like, oh, draw one is like mandatory, unreversible game stat, and like, bro, this is like locals.
Yeah, locals you can be
down.
local tournaments where everyone is friendly. You can be more. You can be more happy about it. I think that's one cool thing about the like just Australian tournaments in general. Because overall, like everyone knows each other. Even if you go somewhere else, you still know each other. Like if a Melbourne person came down to Sydney or somewhere else, usually we might know them unless like a totally new player. So generally everyone's pretty chill. At big tournaments, of course, is a different story. And like I think in like America, where we get like so many more people, you know, you're getting into your hundreds and stuff. It'll also be a different story. But yeah, but keep in mind that make your mistakes at your like more local level, but don't make them at the higher level tournaments, right?
So this is gonna be interesting thing if he drops down the no dex train. Okay, fine.
Yeah, there's no point. I don't think there's a point in dropping down. You're already hitting like the 10k
15s,
shields.
yes. And he's also opponent's on 1 damage, so 2 damage actually.
2 damage, yeah.
So here's like a really cool play. If you trigger like a Solar, you can discard it to restand your facade and swing and counter charge after you CB one from the Vanguard.
Yep.
Discard.
Sonorite and Alden. Not
Those
bad.
2 cards are scary.
That means your
And
next turn
still
is,
no triggers, is it? No triggers, so Kokabiel's still hitting.
yeah. Your next turn
this
is going to
getting-
be huge.
This is getting really uncomfortable.
Discards a facade to restand facade.
Yep.
Kokabiel swings in.
Yeah, that's 15k. It's gonna be super rough, so you gotta drop a trigger here.
Yep.
Gotta take
Just takes
this
the
one.
last one. Goes to 4 damage. It's pretty rough already. Your next turn is pretty deadly. But maybe he can get a good top 3 check off this and everything will change. Right? That's what we've been seeing quite a few times in this tournament. People put their Ride decks in the Stride. You technically, officially, you're supposed to put it next to your deck.
Yeah.
But honestly, not that many people care about putting it in a different zone. I think if you're playing at like Worlds or something on a stream, they might make you put it at the specific zones. Technically, like that top left zone is where your set orders are going to be, but not
Like
that
field spells.
yeah, not that many nations have them at like right now. So generally, it's okay. Alden comes down for Hexor. That kind of indicates that his top 3 check was pretty jank, right? If you look at your top 3, it's all blanks. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna draw it out. So checks.
Oh, over trigger. All right, this will.
Alright, so that must be okay. So his top 3 check was like 2 blanks and an over trigger. Then
Yeah, that's pretty perfect.
Wow, it begins, boys. It begins. But the next one is blank, so only 1 damage here. No damage, so these are all hitting damages. Facade should go in, right?
I think he just wants to pump power on the last one, but that's a bit greedy. Just yeah.
Unless the facade has 100 million.
No, I think he puts the power on the Alden from the marker. Oh, actually, I don't know. What's that blue one? Yep, 2 to break. Oh, there's not. Oh, is it actually going to be? Oh, no.
Is that a double crit? And then that was a heal, right? The first one was a heal, right?
Yeah.
So it was 2 damage. Wow.
How the tables has turned.
Wow.
God.
Derek did this previous game, and now
Dude.
it's his turn on the receiving end, man.
See, what you said before was correct. Like, to be like Derek piloting Bastion, you do need those sort of miracles to happen, and only Hexa Orb can make this miracle. Alright, he's pushing in.
Double out in plays.
Oh.
So here's the positive from all that just happened is now Derek doesn't have to worry about
The chance
the chance of overtrigger coming out because it's already out, already popped out.
It's a fixed state game now.
Well, has the tables really turned? Because Derek can trigger his one as well.
That's true. Like, well, what is it? How the turn has tables.
Yeah, how the turns have tabled. So
Wow, 2 luck suckers. This is crazy. That's why they're here. You gotta understand. It's not about being luck sack. It's consistently lucky. That's the key.
their luck is consistent, not
Yeah.
the 2 Eurocamp playmat is back. I'm pretty sure these are Derek's playmats, to be
I
honest.
think they've always been like that. Every single time we see it on stream. I mean, it's pretty good colors for streaming. Yeah. I think.
Are they from the Nisekoi artist?
I don't think so.
Confirmed Royals Pro Tag sack still passed down.
It's like sort of the, I guess, the characteristic of Kedder, right? Just trigger. Just trigger, man. Both decks actually affects just trigger.
Ooh, look at that. Look at 50.
Oh.
He guarded that.
Yeah, but that's correct, because that's the smallest attack, you see.
So if he no-guards this and Derek gets 2 crits, sack God. Well, there... Oh! Wow, dude. Told you it's not over till it's over, man.
So they're like, oh man, consistently lucky. Oh god.
Dude. Look, but that's like he needs a 3 on his Alden.
An eye for an eye, an over trigger for an over trigger. Except Bastion wants more bust. You get to
You got a draw trigger from
more.
that. So he needs to null like this one.
Yeah.
Maybe twice. Maybe twice.
Well, if he gets 2 triggers, it's actually funny.
Okay, null.
If it's the exact same pattern and no great 3s.
Wait, if he gets like crit 3, right? What a baller, dude. What a baller.
It's gonna like mirror him. It's gonna be like a heal. So,
Crit.
no restands.
Uh.
Alright. Oh, no!
Oh, no restand! Oh, wow. Unlucky, man. But he got 2 nulls into his hand. 2 nulls is pretty good.
Pretty good against Hexaor, but
Yeah.
oh man, no restats. That is hella funny. You can see both of them just smiling. Like, this is a fun game. Hella fun game.
Hexorb with a Persona Ride. Both players' hand absolutely massive right now.
Yeah.
We're probably going to a deck out game, right? Is this
Possibly, yeah.
At this point, I think we're going to a deck out game, dude.
I mean, these 2 players just like ripped out 6 cards just like that from 1 over trigger. That's what Marchinio does.
Actually, it's not bad because he can boost with Rooks, right? And he's using Refluke as well.
Alright, you gotta put pressure by putting cards on the field. So no easy guards for Derek.
Jeremy much more happy to commit cards onto the field, but it's just Derek's on 5, so you gotta stop.
Doesn't matter.
You gotta stop punching out those cards from hand, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you never start punching, you'll never finish it. So start as early as you can. Oh,
Puts a crit to confirm it.
Okay, just forcing out.
You
No
know,
more grind game.
By putting a crit from hand to the top deck, you are technically reducing the amount of cards you're going through your deck, man. So you won't deck out as quick.
That's true. That's true. And some people, I could have just like +1 with that, but hey, by putting the top of the deck, you're negging your opponent by X amount. So
yes,
probably the better trade-off.
Especially when both players' hand are this big as well.
And in the end, it's like whoever runs out of nulls as well. Refluke, wow, on the same turn.
Well, he's smashing those reflukes, but I think that might be a bit too overextending because you saw 2 perfect guards go into his hand. You might want to save the refluke for another turn, right?
So you gotta yes, you want to jam it in, but you also want to spread the pressure. Make sure you don't run out of steam.
True. It's like Vanguard 0, right? You gotta don't want to waste all your skills.
Sustain. You gotta sustain.
That's right. The nulls are keeping the light, but I think Derek is going to go for tricky play. He doesn't want to commit any nulls because he knows that's the only thing that's going to save him.
Yep.
So there's 3 to pass. 3 to pass, really? Wow.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I mean, Hector Obaz triggered quite a lot of triggers.
That's true.
So a 3 to pass is usually something you don't go for.
I mean, also the boost hasn't kicked in this turn yet, so it's probably the only
he's
thing
actually
you can
going
do
for it. I think he put 1 power on the Hex Orb.
Oh.
Well, okay, if it breaks, for the low chance that it breaks, then he doesn't have to care about Derek's 12-card hand or something like that, right? Yeah, I think he did give 1 power, right? 'Cause one of them's at 2. The Refluke's at 4, not Refluke, the Facade's at 4, because there's 2 Reflukes on it, right?
It's actually pretty insane.
Okay, puts the crit on Vanguard as well. Oh, it's the second one! He's splitting it again! Oh, wow. Okay. Third check.
MC power.
Is it time for Derek to be? Oh! You see, Derek is like that.
Guys.
He nearly had a heart attack there, dude.
The second word it gave him a heart attack. Jesus.
It's like, not like this, not like this.
14 to a triple.
Oh wow. Okay, so
Oh,
this is a massive facade. It's like 53.
Yeah. So you gotta. He's making Derek drop those nulls. I'm pretty sure this time.
Yeah. But Derek is insistent on not dropping the nulls.
He's like, not yet. These cards are not big enough. Not worth it.
Yeah, the grade 1 you skill this turn, so no
boost.
No boost. That's right.
Yeah, because I think he knows that next turn is gonna be like a scary turn with that boost on Hexa Orb, especially.
Well, against a 3 attacker deck, the longer you keep your nulls, basically the longer you live.
Okay, you gotta
because you can really map out all the powers and attacks. So, yeah, the good thing is that like Bastion has no retire, or the stuff that we've seen on Derek's side, there is no retire. So, committing that 1 there means the next turn will definitely be there. Oh, he swapped the Fasado up. Is he gonna attack Rears?
I don't think he's gonna attack Rear, but he's definitely Facade's like still there to like farm CB and counter charge. And considering you play Solaria, each hit pounds.
Well, I guess like Jeremy's at 4 as well. Yeah, because this actually matters. I was thinking it was at 5.
And they hit big. So
I think
Jeremy's turn was scary, but Derek's one, like Persona right and like all boost. That's a 40k each at least.
Yes, 40. Other side's like 45.
Yep. And plus the restand, that's gonna be like also 35.
The problem is, he has like 1 perfect guard, I see. How many? I don't think he has like 2 perfect guards.
I think he has to risk the crit. Oh, 1 great 3, so close.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we will see Solaria here. Oh no, okay, still keeping it.
Yeah, he's throwing away the facade. So he has to take 1.
So yeah, he'll take the big one, the 40k, but that 40k can also swing into rear guard. So I think Derek's up to something here. Wait, is that enough to guard?
I don't think so.
That's 35, right?
Yeah, it's 35, right? Yeah, they're going through it now.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Derek said the wrong power. Yeah, I think maybe Derek said the wrong power. If he said 25,
it feels like it. He Persona rode, I think.
Oh, maybe he didn't Persona ride.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he didn't Persona ride. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. If it wasn't a Persona ride, then it's enough. It's enough.
Okay.
Because he's out of soul right now as well.
Okay.
But the problem is, so here's the thing: in Derek's hand, Derek has a lot of hand, right? But a lot of it can be, I mean, a lot of it's fake. We know there's like 1 null. We saw like 1 crit trigger there.
He still had 1 from the previous turn, and he triggered. So he has 2.
Alright, so Hexa Orb going for the Persona ride. So technically, Hexa Orb
turn.
Hexa Orb turns have been really strong. Right, every turn has been an amazing turn from the Hexa Orb. Still he has Persona ride,
crazy.
more flukes. He's gonna be able to get a triple drive now. So,
oh, okay.
Ooh, another one just to check. All right, it never ends. Right, the triggers never end for Jeremy.
First one is like over trigger. Second one's like double crit. We'll see what comes now. Every turn's exciting.
You know what would be more exciting as well? if they released mini overtriggers.
I mean, they're gonna replace the standard overtriggers.
You can run overtriggers and mini overtriggers. All right, so
gonna rip them out.
puts another crypt to the top. I think everything's just going well, and now he's got the boost for Hexa Orb.
Yeah. So
the power lines.
And this is exactly why Derek's like so insistent on keeping those nulls, because like 45k.
Yeah.
So you gotta save the nulls for.
Like the nulls here, right? If you don't null and you want to hard guard this, it's literally impossible because any trigger turns into a 20k shield, and it's very tough.
Although we haven't seen too many heals this game, so maybe we'll start seeing that.
Oh my
my
plays
god!
over. Even plays over.
It's probably like 5k's not gonna do anything. Probably gonna die next time anyway, so let's just go in. And Derek's at 5, so he's got all the reason to do so.
He has to guard all of it.
Yeah. I think he has 2 nulls, but maybe I remember wrong. Please don't jinx us on that. Classic.
Alright. Triple drive. What is Derek gonna do? I think it has to be a null. It has to be a null. There's
Vanguard swing has to be a null. There's no way.
There's no efficient way to guard it.
No.
There's no efficient way to guard it.
You just have to like. Pretty sure he has 2 nulls, right? Come on.
He used 1 last turn, but I think he got another one right.
He triggered 1 last. Ooh, probably he doesn't have 2 nulls.
But the other ones don't. The other ones aren't unknown. So once you know the powers, you know how to split it. So here you'd go for the split is the more efficient option.
Yep. You gotta play in like you thinking your opponent has.
Wow. Another one.
Okay, heal's coming up.
Yeah, this heal is brutal, dude. Because you take another damage as well. All right, third one. Oh, for Sonorai? That's not bad, man.
That's like pretty incredible.
Next turn
considering
again?
we're down to 4. Right, Derek.
Derek is running out of cards from his hand.
Hasn't run out of heals yet.
Both run out of overtriggers, though.
Yeah.
So this is like
yes, it's got
28.
I don't know whether he's got enough.
Oh, he takes it. He had to take it.
Oh, bro.
That was a 68k swing. That was a 68k swing.
You know what? That was the top deck. So if Derek used Solaria, and he actually would have survived.
I'm confused why Derek doesn't use Solaria.
I don't know. Yeah, I was always thinking like if you're gonna go for the 2 CV play, it's a bit too far fetched. I think you'll just want to like use everything that you got at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that 1 CB could have been used.
I feel like it's pretty much half an Alden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So well,
it's still turning like a great tree from your hand into something. It could have even been a 15k shield, could be a Coca BL,
Yeah. So Jeremy takes that win.
Nice. That's game 1?
That was game 1, yes.
Wow, that was a long game. Hey.
I mean, both players got their overtrigger.
Yeah. When we thought the games were over with overtrigger.
When Jeremy triggered his one, it was like, wow, it's pretty devastating.
Yep.
But then Derek got his. But the difference is Derek only got a +4, while Jeremy got a +6, right? Yes, this is the finals.
This is the finals.
Between Derek and Jeremy. Jeremy having the 1 and Derek having the none. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that was Derek going first as well.
First, yeah.
So even a going first Derek could not beat Jeremy's going second.
Going first with turn 3 overtrigger, right? Oh wait, no, turn 4. Turn 4. Ah.
So I'm pretty sure Derek is just gonna pick going first again because there is no reason why you'd pick any other way.
Well, you only get to pick 1 more time. If you lose this one, there's no more for you.
Yeah, but it puts Derek on the wrong side, right? Because if he wins this, then he has to go second in the final game.
So now he needs to win. For Derek to win, he needs to win a game going first. Where's Jeremy? Very close to winning the whole thing.
Too much excitement. I forgot it was game 1.
Yeah, actually, I completely forgot. There's so much like swings.
There's so many triggers, man.
Yeah,
I'm just glad it's not a mirror match.
true,
There
true.
were no mirror matches in top four. I think all the duplicates got knocked
Mm.
out at some point. So, ooh, who do you think will take it? Do you think Derek's gonna fight back?
Oh, we'll see.
It's are you rooting for the underdog Hex or Bastion?
Kind of, yeah. Actually, this Hexa Orb is like doing pretty well.
I think everyone's like Derek's won enough, man.
Yeah,
Want to see the Hex Orb win?
forever second place.
Want to see the luck go through.
He's cutting a heel.
Just want to see triggers, man. The triggers come out from everywhere. All right, Jeremy, don't forget your draw, mate. That. Oh,
Okay,
he did it. Yes. All right, swings in. Derek takes it.
draw trigger.
Draw trigger. All
Not
right.
bad.
Does Derek have Solaria? Bam.
Nice.
And. Whoa,
Ooh,
facade!
see, this is the play I'm talking about.
The Keta Miracle swinging in, getting
Bro.
his free counter charge.
That one CB going places.
10k swings for
All right,
no trigger.
is it gonna hit? I can't see that card. It's too much
Yeah,
glare.
it looks like I think it was a crit trigger.
This my yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, could have been. Could have been.
But
To be
now
honest, if you have a draw trigger, I'll probably just drop it to make it hit 18. Like 18 to 8. Nice numbers.
draw one for the starter. There's not really an efficient way to kill off the facade either. So,
Yeah.
but he's still.
he's gonna
so
drop-
He's still committing. Oh no, this is a great. Okay. Being able to early drop that card is really nice because now you have a
Yes.
booster set up for next turn. And I mean, life's good.
Oh, he's putting it. All right. So we'll see whether this is a trigger or not.
Yeah. First,
Vanguard.
no, it was
that-
just an order.
Oh, okay. Still, oh,
He's just
Derek
taking it,
taking
man.
all of the damage. I guess really wants Alden this turn.
He wants that.
CB2 power play.
Wow, look at all those facades, man.
Oh, top decks and Alden. Pretty sure he's got one before
Wow,
that.
top decks and Alden. This is looking pretty good for Derek. Getting so many draws.
Yep.
Caller go through. Yep, there we go. Bam.
Got 2
Roof
plus
Fluke in.
10k. Yep, that's correct. Hitting for 25. It's really uncomfortable. That 25 number.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I expect Facade to like farm 2 counter charges. Ah,
Whoa,
yes.
double facade.
This is like one of my favorite plays.
He
Man,
goes for the big one first.
Facade is like my favorite card from the whole deck. Card's so amazing.
He could farm 3 CBs this turn if all of them hit.
Yeah, yeah.
And none of them are really easy guards because he's bullying a 10k base of 15.
Now to heal. Oh, Scarf.
Boom.
You know what's gonna be really cool? If one of the Facades hits the rear guard, man. I think that rook is gonna be like so juicy to farm.
Yeah. Maybe, like, even if you get an over trigger here, right?
Wow.
Crit.
Power crit's big. And
Oh,
great tree. And that's a
Bastion.
persona. God. It's not stopping.
He does get a heal.
Gets a heal. Okay. Not bad. It's 20k. But this is where you farm the rear guard, I think.
Did he? So,
no.
Did he?
Oh.
Did he hit? Or
No, that was Vanguard hit.
okay.
That was Vanguard attack. So now that swing forward. Can you use the order? Actually, is there any restriction of when you can use the order?
It's a grade 3 order, right? So I think you can you use
Do you,
that.
do you
I don't
need a
think can.
Bastion Vanguard? No?
I think orders you have to use
Because they're not calling units to the field,
Yeah.
right? They're like playing events. Maybe we'll double check that.
I don't think you can use the order to guard. I
Yeah.
think. Let's see.
Okay, so I think you only need X amount of units on the field, right? Including Vanguard.
Is it? Does order grade restriction? I think wasn't orders different or? We'll let Derek handle it.
It's fine.
Oh, he said it was resolved. It's fine. Cool.
Oh, double Alden.
Oh, double Alden. Crazy.
Using the second one though.
He's got enough.
And he's got a Refluke in hand, I think. Is that? Oh no. Yeah, he does.
But he would have top 3 checked, right? So if he's like double Aldening, that means his top 3 was Gabaggio, right?
He's just using it. So I guess it's not a trigger. Or maybe he just wants to get the plus.
I think it was just all blank. I think it was all blank, yeah.
Wow. It's actually pays off. Alright. From decent hand on both sides. Right, and this Hex Orb is actually in a pretty optimal spot as well. It's got like all the units that you want on the field.
So first check.
Nice.
Draw. So he dug all the way to a draw trigger. Nothing.
And it's a blank.
That's a very weak turn, right? You think like
You expect some sort of crit or heal.
We've been seeing some super crazy turns going on here, but
hey, he drew 4, man. So and gets a draw trigger. So that's he gained a decent amount of hand. So maybe he'll like hold it out and do a big Persona turn. Right, Derek's on 5.
I mean, Derek was on 5 last game as well, but now he has the Persona ride. He's going for a huge turn.
And there is a lot of reasons of why you want to go to 5, especially you don't want to let your opponent heal down to 3. Basically, you're denying their heals.
Yeah.
Which is... It's sort of like a ballsy move, but hey.
I mean, if Derek is in such a confident position, right?
Yeah.
You might as well do it. Because if they heal down to like 3, then your turns are super limited.
Oh, draw 2 and gives power 2. Oh, he's going for the big damage. It's all going to face. So Alden's hitting for 25, 35. Oh, okay. Yep.
He Persona Road, so it's gonna be like a 30k on the first swing.
He also used the Judgment on it and the Refluke. So it's 40, 45 and then 55. So it starts off with 45.
It's pretty insane.
45.
It's pretty insane.
And if you think about it, you don't have to commit that much to make this sort of push.
Yeah,
which is like crazy.
That's why Bastion's so good. I think like this is what if you want to take something, you probably take this, right? It's
you have to.
So massive. And you can't like guard this and take the 55 one because that could get a crit, and then it becomes...
Nulling this one is a bit dangerous though.
Yeah,
because this is a very small Vanguard swing, unless he just doesn't get a restand.
Oh, he doesn't get a restand.
I should have kept quiet.
I feel like this is like compared to the previous game, this is such a
more tame.
Yeah, it just feels like what a normal game. We've seen everything.
No, but it's not just the triggers, right? You gotta have like closer attention to what the player does, and they're prepping for like get those big flips, and You gotta appreciate them for doing that.
That's right. At the
Sometimes it
same
doesn't
time,
pay off, but those times that it did pay off, that's when you win the game. All right, so cutting this manually, that's only 35. Oh man,
oh,
it's 3 card guard
I
with
get to
all
drop
those
all
5k
those
shields.
pentagleams.
Hmm.
The pentagleams are so cool.
Round 2 filler episode.
Oh wow, yeah.
Still a pretty tense game, to be honest. So here's gonna be the Persona turn.
Everything pretty much on a knife edge.
Yeah. So it's on 5.
Yeah, and like I mean, Derek's turns are much more scary in a way than Jeremy's turn. But if Derek doesn't have enough perfect guards, he did trigger one last turn again though. But he doesn't. If he needs perfect guards to be able to like stop the Vanguard column basically every single turn. But then like if the sides get really big too, that's gonna be a problem because he doesn't have any wriggle room anymore to take any damage.
The thing is, as Hexa Orb, you're still a triple attack deck. Your Vanguard's gonna get nulled. One of your bigger comps will get maybe nulled. And your last one, you probably get up to like 40k-ish. So it's like, it's still within 2 card guard region.
I guess. Oh.
But you know what's gonna be really strong
What?
at the moment? It's like heal triggers. It's like, it's gonna swing the game massively for either
yeah.
side.
And with a triple drive, it's definitely the case.
It's just like that ability of absorb one big power attack.
Yep. Absorbing one Bastion attack is basically the key to making a Bastion turn survivable.
Even puts the draw trigger. Here comes the trigger counting game.
Checking.
It's like Blaster versus OTT.
Yep.
Alfred. It's like new Alfred versus new ECO. That's what it is. Yeah, both sides getting ready.
Oh, did he put anything on top, by the way? Did he put a crit on the top?
I didn't quite check.
It's okay, we'll see.
Goes for the null. Well, we'll find out.
Scar's a perfect guard for it. He has 2 nulls, at least, right? Maybe even 3. He did it.
Oh, that's not something you want. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. This is the driest chicks I've seen all day.
Very blank.
Oh, wow.
They just exploded so hard last game, and
Yeah, they used all their luck.
Triggers. Derek's gonna be pretty happy with this turn. It's like, can actually use
Normal cards to guard things.
Yep. 25. And that was on a Persona turn as well, so that's like sort of one Persona wasted.
Yeah, and you don't have any CB for any future turns, so it's looking very vanilla in a way.
Yep. But hey, Hexa are pretty good at playing vanilla. Alright, let's see what kind of push Derek can do this. And I think this is where he saves his Dark Strains. Yeah. So this is like something I really like from like good Bastion players. They know how to like spread the power across different turns.
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to like hit as big as you can every turn. You just need to maintain the pressure.
Like, a lot of players drop their Dark Strain on their Persona Ride turns, and it sounds really cool, right? You're like, wow, my Persona Ride is hitting like, 40k, 20 billion k, right? But do you really need it to hit that high?
Yeah.
And then they're out of soul for like their non-Persona Ride turns, which means that turn is just a really janky turn, you know?
It's like the infamous 15-15-25. Whoa. Those gut patterns is not... It's not really convincing me. Is that an RT? I think that's an OT.
Oh, I think it is A. No wonder this game has been so boring.
It's kind of god with OT, yeah. Another null. Derek's just like farming all these nulls, and I don't know what it... Oh, you can still got it, eh?
Yeah,
Can
Derek,
guard the facade and null.
what a machine, man. I think he's got all the nulls he needs to
Yeah.
last like X turns. He stands the Alden. Goes in.
5k, nice.
5k, yeah.
And you gotta null this one, unfortunately. Yeah.
Perfect
it's
guard. Wow.
Kind of sad that you have to drop a null there, but you don't have any other options.
Yeah, yeah. How deep have they dug? I feel like can't really see because of the black sleeves. They're both getting quite low. Jeremy is running out of cards in his hand. Another
It's
Persona
not a
ride,
Persona.
but no
CB.
Yeah, no triple drive anymore. That's so unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he goes for a check.
Going all in. He's going all in. I mean, there's no way he can survive next turn. Not with the overtrigger gone.
Yeah, he has to look at the top deck and go one trigger, and then he has to pray that the one coming up is another trigger, and that will be a super pressure turn. Oh, he's committing so hard.
I think Derek's just gonna triple null this turn.
Yeah, Derek has been trying to save it. These columns are pretty massive. These are like 38s.
Yeah.
Derek is counting. He's counting the cards. Do you think he's in trouble? His hand count is quite low.
I think he's got 3 nulls, right? And unlike the old nulls, the new one you can just like keep 2 in hand and actually guard 2 attacks.
Yeah, there is a lot of nulls in his hand. Look at that! Look, confident throw.
He's discarding his Persona ride.
He knows he doesn't need it. Crit, splitting the power.
It doesn't matter whichever one they.
Does the heal come up? No, a null.
No.
Oh no more drive.
Trip.
No more drive. No more CV.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Derek just like guards the other 2.
Yeah, null. Do you see that null?
I think he's got it right.
He definitely has it. Alright.
I don't know if he has 2 from that like.
Look how confident he's guarding, dude.
He was actually on forehand. He was on forehand with the 3 nulls. So that's the like it can't get any better than that with the optimum PG turn.
Oh look at top decks the Alden, Dark Strain out, bam. This is
easy.
massive.
Alright. So like even double heal will keep him the game.
Double heal will keep him in the game.
Double heal will keep him the game.
What a
heal on 6 and 7. Let's go.
But he's gotten so many heals. What? That's one heal.
Unicorn moments like so this is where you risk the crit. And this is technically the smallest one. I don't think you can guard it. Because it's hitting for 30. Yeah, you go for a 15 here.
Okay, so if he guards and Derek gets no 3s, he can like null the last
that as well. So I think the correct move is actually one to break. Oh no, the other one's hitting for 35, so 37. So technically nulling here is correct. I think nulling here is correct.
Is nulling here correct?
Either way, both of the rows can be guarded to 15k because they go for 28.
No, but if he gets a crit on any single one,
if it gets a crit on any of them, it will be the same result.
That's a heal.
That's a heal. That's wow. Rude.
So just heal here, right? If you heal here and no 3s come out, you win, right?
Yeah.
Is that a crit?
It's a crit.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And that's right.
Oh, that's so disgusting, dude.
He said that.
And that was a heal as well. That was actually 2 heals on the top.
Okay.
Wow. This is so dirty.
So if Derek didn't get an overtrigger, yeah, would have survived.
Wow. These are some real dirty games, dude.
GB go Perth.
Oh man.
Man, what have we just watched? These games, buddy.
Did you see that grin from Derek? Right after he's like, oh yeah. All skill boys. Alright, so I'm assuming Jeremy is gonna go first.
1-1. So we are actually on the
What?
final game. It cannot be more tense than this.
Wow, we said that game was like so boring, and then at the end,
God.
2 heals at the top. The only way out is like Derek triggering his over trigger.
Yeah, I should just keep quiet, otherwise the heals will keep coming.
Yeah, we should stop jinxing this. No wonder the Bruce vs Hexa Orb game went so long, and that was only 2 games. How crazy was that?
Alright, last game, boys. Game 3. Who do you think will win? Put your bets in.
Dude, we have the volume at like 9%, and we can still hear them yelling. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, can you imagine the atmosphere? The atmosphere that is just like the whole freaking. You know, I really miss cut shop like shouts and everything.
Yeah, because we can't go. How sad.
Yeah, no, it's probably like pretty rad moments.
All right.
3 episode redemption arc.
Yeah, this is the 3rd episode, boys. Who's gonna take it?
Right. So, Hexa Orb, Jeremy, going first. We'll see how this goes. Man, over triggers, man.
I want to see that big turn 3 from Hexa Orb, man. The big turn 3. Let's make it happen, boys.
Slap him. Oh, he's got a few triggers in his hand. 3 triggers.
Okay. Alright, 3 triggers,
No
not
draw
bad.
ones.
Discarding a draw trigger? That's
Draw
great.
for the draw. No boost. No guard. Oh, see?
Heal trigger.
Heal trigger.
Alright. Next.
Draws a heal. Sag. So even if it's a crit, never punished.
These games have to go long, man. Swings in with a 10. Very conservative play. Boom.
Oh, would have wanted to draw that card. It's 1 bastion in damage. And discards heal.
Alright, let's see the 3s pop out. Vasato, Refluke. Oh, actually hits it. He hasn't in this match. He hasn't missed once yet.
Still
Unlike
hidden.
Previous. Guards it.
Guards it. Correct.
Draw.
'Cause 1 CB is all you need.
Yeah, big turn. Big turn. This is a big turn. Top 3. What are we looking at? I feel like
He put something on the 3rd card, so I think he'll.
I feel
draw.
like I saw a null. I feel like I saw a perfect guard, and he put it to the top. Is there a way to dig it out? There's no. Actually, he's got no CB, so there's no way he can really dig it out.
It's just gonna be like check and drive.
Maybe that's not a null. Maybe it's a crit. They just look very.
I can put it to the bottom.
Oh. So he knows what he needs to put as well. So definitely not a perfect guard.
Yep, facade.
Double facade.
Nice, double facade.
All
You're
right.
just gonna put that 13k pressure.
Alden.
Alden,
Heal.
heal, nice. Oh wow.
Heal again. These heals just never
The
stop.
defensive heal is just way better. Obviously, you want a damage for the 2 CB play. Yeah. That's it.
Crazy. Alright.
Oh, did he guard the rear guard as well? Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Derek discarding a Dark Strain.
Not sure if he's got Aldens.
Pops, draws.
Yeah, this is just gonna play.
Vasato, Refluke.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty vanilla turn. Oh,
Yeah.
no CB draw is pretty unlucky for Derek.
It doesn't have to be exciting turns, but yeah, it's pretty rough when you don't have draw.
Well, when you can't use your counter blasts, basically.
Yeah.
That's it.
No
No
guards this
guards the
one.
Vanguard. Oh, lucky, no damage. It's that power draw? Power draw.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
Trigger as well. So this facade's still hitting for 35. Gotta respect that. And this 30 is just gonna hit on one of the
15,
bigger
right?
cards. Yeah, 15, yeah.
Kills facade.
35. Sting's on Vanguard, so
You could take this.
it's very... Nah, but it's very tempting to guard it, because it's so
Oh
small.
yeah, true. You have all 23 as well, so no,
Yeah.
you should guard it.
That power draw is like very, very strong.
Oh, Alden.
No, Persona uses the CB to Alden. Okay,
He
interesting.
has a Fasado in his hand as well. Oh, puts a Refluke down.
Yep. Because you always want to use the Refluke, I guess.
I think he drew into a Persona Ride next turn, which is pretty good.
Alright, you just gotta play this one slow.
This one at least has a booster.
Draw trigger, nice.
Okay.
Gets the 15k shield.
Boom. Alden again.
More Aldens, okay.
Oh, he got rid of a perfect guard. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, for this matchup especially, seeing your nulls out, your opponent's nulls out, big.
Yeah, because this turn he's probably going to push Derek into a range where he has to start perfect guarding the Vanguard attack.
And Derek still has got nothing to use his CBs on. That's
That
actually...
is so rough, dude. When your hand just has like no way to
And no
spend-
Persona Ride as well. So he's just playing vanilla at the moment. He's just playing Azura Kaiser. Swings with the... Okay, so he doesn't want to restand Facade.
There's no point
Finally.
in a way.
Okay, gets a crit. Nice.
2 damage.
It's a pretty risky play from Jeremy, because that could have been easy, like guard turn, just increase the gap between two games. But you know, gotta take the risk and use the CB to push even more.
This one's swinging pretty big. You could just take it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Just yep. 9. All sorts of like.
So he should have
skill.
Persona right here. I think I saw it in his hand, unless I saw wrong.
I
Yeah,
think you're
there we
right.
go.
Okay. Here's the big turn. I think I saw an Amartino on his hand though.
Oh really?
Jeremy's
Oh,
hand.
that's
So
so sad.
sad.
It's so sad. It's all about the Amatinoas, man.
Amartino is. Well, as Hexa we can flip anything, and it will be great.
All right, he's committing some rooks.
Yeah. All right. Derek's like, I just gotta get through this hill. And
Oh,
then I
did
can
he
start
did
using
he
my
blitz
CB.
twice in a turn?
Was it Blitz? I don't think he used Blitz.
Was it a perfect guard? Crit comes out. It's pretty. You should just. I think you should just stack it all on one.
Considering you don't, yeah, you're not going for lethal, right? You're 4 damage. I think it's gonna be a hard guard. A bunch of Cocobiels or like 15Ks.
Yeah, all these Kokobeals.
But you only have 3 cards on the field, so if you want them to be effective, you have to drop 3.
You have to commit a whole field for a Kokobeel, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, really?
Hard.
Oh, that is awful. Attacks rear.
I see. Yeah. Well, it's just kind of interesting. Throws a null, not bad.
So you can finally
Right,
use
see if-
Alden.
First one
Boom.
has to call a Cocobiel. It's pretty sad. Oh, and
Oh,
the
you can-
judgments just came
Oh,
now.
he's 1 CB short, eh?
Yeah. So, like, all the CB cards just came in on the wrong moments. It's gotta make do what he can use, so that's 20 swing to Van. His opponent's still at 5, so this is what I'm
It's still
not
dangerous.
too fond of. Yeah, exactly. It's still very easy. Trust 2 5Ks. 13.
Perfect
Now.
guard. Crit.
Okay.
Oh, double crit.
Oh,
that's-
double crit.
that's
Oh,
great.
wow.
You want multi-attacks in this situation.
Yes. But that null was actually a correct move, because like even if your opponent rips out an
Okay, he throws
Oh,
away
is that-
Martinoa. Yeah.
is that 40k? I guess if you have nothing else to guard with, I think he could have split it slightly better, but maybe he wants to have multiple pieces of units more than just 150k. But
What do you
this
mean?
turn, is that the first time we see it in play this game?
Yeah, to be honest, we haven't seen that card much at all.
Check top, play over it for a boost. All right, I think he's ready. This is it.
There's no Persona right there, right? So
No.
pretty weak, kind of
Vanilla.
a weak turn. Twin drive. Derek's at
Yeah,
4.
but Derek's hand is also like really weak at the moment. Still at 4.
Wow.
Whoa, critical.
Just stack it all, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
on the Alden. It's correct. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
figure.
Oh, all in the Alden, right?
I think putting an Alden is the correct move. I mean, what's the other thing gonna hit for Vanguard? Like, it's not. It's got no crit, so you only care about the crit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I think Derek can't guard that. Even
Yeah,
without
from
the...
his hand movements. Oh, 45. Wow, 57. Now, this is an interesting one. Where will he hit?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I think that was...
I think they forgot Posada on hit.
Oh, Fasado?
Yeah, he hits the rear guard, so he has to countercharge and soul charge.
Sadao on hit.
Yep, let him know. Yep, okay. All good.
Compulsory. Alright. Swing in. Can Derek get it? He's been luck sacking all day.
Remember, his opponent's still at 5, and he's only got like 4 cards in hand.
Dude, he's going 2 to pass.
Comes down to this, doesn't it?
Dude, he's going 2 to
Kind of
pass.
sad. Dude, he's gonna like win his
Bruh.
final game with a sack.
This is the Derek life, mate. You gotta play to your outs, right? Oh, unlucky.
Not bad, but still, his opponent has to guard a... Oh, I think he has enough to guard, eh?
Well, like, 4 attacks is
Okay,
still
sorry.
not a jerk.
Yep. Is that 25? Yep. Wow.
It's okay.
115k left.
Derek
his
still
hand.
has an out.
Over trigger.
Derek
It's
still
like-
has an out.
This is when you do the Genki Dama pose. Like,
If you want Derek to sack, give him all your power, boys.
no guard. Grade 3.
1
Sag.
damage. Boom. Alright.
Boom.
Let's go.
Alright.
One more chance.
Still not enough.
One more chance at life.
Yep. Smaller one first.
This is 28. He actually cannot guard this, I think.
Yeah. It's 10.
Oh, he's doing that thing, man. That never works, though, right? It's this. Oh no, he's. Oh,
It's
GG.
Oh, Hexit Harp takes it home. Wow.
Oh, his overtrigger's coming up, man. Very. Is that heal?
Oh, there's
wow.
a healing to over trigger, so but that's 2 cards off. The draw trigger and the thing. Wow.
How unlucky.
That was a great game 3.
Oh, these were finals, man. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was
Right.
pretty cool.
GG.
GG.
Jeremy gets the mat anyway.
Yep.
Because this is the play for pride.
Mhm.
So right now the mats is between 3rd and 4th place. We will see what goes on there. But congratulations to Jeremy, who came first, and Derek, who came second. He gets there's the certificates. Here's a bunch of promos. Oh, that's a nice dice pouch, dude. Did we get those?
Where's it from?
It's from Springfest.
Springfest? What?
It was a dice pouch from Springfest.
Oh man, we haven't gotten so many things. I think it's still stuck in customs or whatever.
Oh,
Wow.
look at this.
Hey,
Hey, remember that one time when I wrote the wrong name on the certificate?
Yeah, you're terrible at this.
What? So you're volunteering to write it next time?
Well, if I was there on the day, I could have.
Oh yeah, that was the time you weren't, eh? Oh, okay.
Some days are just busy.
I think your handwriting is better than mine as well.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's even got like
Oh, it gets a sleeve.
clear file. Like, see, what a great card gamer. Sleeve everything. That's. Blitz order.
There was a double blitz order on one of the turns. Okay. I will tell Derek, and I will give him a slap on the wrist. We'll make him watch the video to review his mistake. All right, that will be it. Derek Dow, second place. Unlucky, man. Unlucky. Okay, it was a double blitz order. All right.
Whoa. Okay.
Good.
And the player has no 15Ks in hand at that time?
Nah, that's fine. We'll talk with Derek after it, but it technically was kind of up to Derek also to notice too. So we'll let him know.
Yes.
Remember,
it's up to both players to
is this
maintain
Derek?
this state
Is
of the
this
game.
Derek the Derek Dow? Okay, it is. It is the Derek
Yes,
Dow.
it is him.
So yeah, let's go back to not me, like that. Yes, it's working now. All right, so yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that was pretty funny. Last game, I don't know, as high rolly as it gets, right?
Well, Derek sort of low rolled there. I mean, he only got to use 2 EC.
Yeah, he's
it does happen, those games.
It wasn't great. Unfortunately, last game Derek didn't get the draws that he wanted, so bad luck. That's what happens, right? That's what happens when you play Bastion. But hopefully everyone had some fun actually watching the games, right?
Yeah.
We don't really, in terms of like physical tournaments, it's been off for a while. I think the last big one we really had was just like the BSFO, which was kind of remote fight. But this one is online. Well, not online. This one's like in real life while we're watching it online. So I think it's pretty cool. So hopefully we can do more of this later in the future. And yeah, it'll be pretty cool. It really depends on the Australian internet connection. Surprisingly, today, this was pretty good.
Actually, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. There's been no hiccups. Usually we have terrible connections. That's why we don't film the ones that's why we don't stream the ones in Sydney. Because, I don't know.
But it's also probably because at the moment everyone's just using Australian connection, whereas sometimes we do like an overseas one. That might be a bit more difficult.
Well, if we do an overseas one, I don't know if it'd be more difficult. I think if we do an overseas VGCS, their connections might be better. But we don't really get people to stream it, right? We don't really get people to stream the things. We just want the VODs.
Not yet. Not yet. We'll see. If the time zones work out, I think we can make it.
It's really up to the tier. It's really up to the tier. All right. So yeah, hope you guys had fun watching it. And yeah, hopefully check out WCC. Check out our channel. Subscribe if you like it. Yes.
Like, comment, do all that jazz. Hit the bell. Do we have a bell? I don't know.
Yeah, click the bell icon for the notification. Our Twitters are underneath. Our names right now. You can check out we've got all the socials there as well. You can check out my Twitch. I stream sometimes at WCC Kai, and you can check out Derek's Twitch at the Derek Dow. So yeah. Thanks for all the support, everyone. Thanks for all the questions as well, and it's good just to see the community get together. So yeah. Any last words you want to say, Kelvin?
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Really enjoyed. The chat's pretty lively, and I guess just to answer that one question, which out of the Monasterio, I had a look onto them actually just a few minutes ago. I'm undecided between the two, or maybe three.
Undecided between three. Which three?
I think I'll rank it from the third to the first.
All right. Go.
I think number 3 is the Arestier. I think that's the angel one. Okay. That one's kind of okay, kind of nice.
No. Maybe
that's Overtrigger?
No, that's not the Overtrigger. I think it's something else.
Second one's like, I think it's Clarissa.
What does she look like?
It's purple one with the horns.
Oh, Dragon Girl is second.
Oh, she dragon. Oh, draft master race.
Okay.
Yeah. First one is the Felty Rosa. That's the
Which one's that one?
That's the vampire.
Vampire. Wow, I knew it! I knew it! Alright.
Ah, dear. That's
Okay.
it from us this week or today. Yeah. See you guys later.
Yeah, see you guys in the next video, boys. Alright. And girls. Alright. Bye.